What is up? What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Birds Fly South. I am one of the two hosts in that Bird Game 31. King will be with us shortly, hopefully. Had some things pop up, but I got my boys with me, JC Eagles Talk and Tone the Shields in the building. How you guys doing today?
What's going on?
Man?
How we feeling?
Good, man.
Hey, easy week this week, man. I don't think we're gonna play our guys, but hey, we'll see what happens. Hey, we might be able to watch football stress free.
Hey, look, all I want is some Cowboys on the grill. That's all that matters to me, man. I need a Cowboy burger, extra bacon. You feel me?
Do you think we have a shot at winning this game, though?
I mean, depending who starts.
If the Cowboys start all their starters, I say if Jalen doesn't start, it's not as big of a deal. I think Minshew with some of these players can do his thing and handle his business. But like how far down that road, like if we got our whole offensive line not starting, defensive line not starting, Slade not starting, then I think there's no shot. This is more of a scrimmage game for these guys.
I'll be honest with you. Like I know Jerry Jones came out and told the media that his guys are starting, and I know they all talking tough. I know they all talking tough. Tony talking about how they gonna start and all that. Ezekiel Ellis and I'm playing and all that kind of stuff. Look, we know damn well they want every advantage they can get going into the playoffs. So they're gonna rest Zeke. They know he's nursing a bad knee. They're gonna rest their offensive line. They can talk all that tough Tony, play the they can play that card all they want, but 9 times out of 10 they're gonna end up sitting their guys because 9 times out of 10 we're gonna sit our guys. Like it's no coincidence that all of a sudden after we clinch, now 12 guys on the COVID list.
Hey, Carson just got the COVID.
Sure did.
You're gonna see a couple more right before game time pop up.
For sure.
I mean, I'm not no conspiracy theory type of guy. But look at the 12 that's on the list. So let's just say that those 12 don't come off the list or onesies and twosies come off. I still would not play our guys. This game is meaningless to us unless we try to move up, unless the 49ers lose. And we already beat the Saints, but they have the strength of because in a conference. So they might have the same record as us, though. So now we both 9-8. Hey, we don't go nowhere.
Yeah. Like it doesn't really it's funny because I've been going back and forth about it. I've been going back and forth about the whole concept of like, should we start our guys? It's like for momentum purposes because the main reason I feel like we should start is because, and this is if they do, but because I'm really kind of on the fence, but I'm gonna try to speak from both sides of it. As far as if they should start. If they do, I think it's for momentum purposes. And if you think about it, we've been coming out real slow out the gate these past handful of games. That's kind of been the narrative these past 3 or 4 weeks or so. So when you think about it from that perspective, we can't afford that. We can't afford to to come out with that low of energy going into the playoffs. And I personally feel like this game against the Cowboys probably would have been the perfect game to get that in order. But at the same time, especially your offensive line guys like Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, the guys that the older guys and guys that maybe just deal with some nagging injuries like Landon Dickerson with the thumb and Jalen Hurts with the ankle and Miles Sanders obviously wasn't going to play week 18, but it's just I understand why they would sit him. But at the end of the day, like I'm regardless of who playing. I'm still. If we win, if we lose, like they're gonna still hold it against us. So if we win, I'm definitely gonna hold it against them. You know what I mean? Like I don't care what it is. A win is a win. A loss is a loss. Take it or leave it.
I agree, but I really think that we should take this opportunity to rest our guys. If we start slow, what if we don't start our big guys or our core guys, and then you put Jalen Hurts back here? What kind of advantage are you going to have to even start fast anyway? So the problem is this: with Nick Sirianni, with us just starting slow, is a lack of urgency. Period. Because there's no way that you could come out the third quarter and be balling like that. But also, I see that the defense have to set the tone. because against the Washington football team, we was trying to get home with 4 guys, and we was not getting home with 4 guys. And in the second half, the third quarter, as soon as they put that 5th rusher out there, Avery or somebody else out there, that's when we start getting to them. So I feel like that Jonathan Gannon needs to start fast, and the offense will feed off of that.
Yeah, I agree. Like I do, like you said, I do kind of do a little bit worry about that whole, like I've always been the guy though, whether you clinch or not, play it through. You know what I'm saying? Like we're playing safe by saving our guys, and I know Jalen's ankle's not 100%. Some of these players are a little bit banged up, but we just came off of a bye week too as well. And I feel like, just momentum wise, you kind of want to keep your guys in there, to keep them in the flow of, this is like basically we're in playoff football mode already. And you want to kind of, like you said, pick up on that slow start and try to go at least before you hit a game in the playoffs, go in there where you're actually, hitting on all cylinders early, as opposed to like hoping that happens when you go against these better teams in the playoff.
And yeah, that's really my overall point. Like, it's like, I understand both sides of the coin. I want to make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it from the perspective of the competition is going to jump exponentially once we're into these playoffs, and this is going to be a true test. And I'm of the mindset of I want these young guys to get all the reps they can get. I want them to get as many reps as they can get, and just going to the playoffs with that momentum. Knowing that they played last week. Just having that continuity. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of saw how we started off slow with that. Coming off that the bye, then having an extra couple of days because they pushed the game back. You know what I mean? Overall though, I just want the team to come in with the right type of energy. I don't want them to come out too flat. I don't want them to be too you ever find yourself sleeping a little too long? Like you sleep a little longer than you should have, and then you more tired than if you woke up a little earlier. I just don't want them to be too well rested. That's really my thing.
Look, this is a perfect game for Gardner Minshew. Hey, you was knocking on the door, breaking down the door you wanted to start. Hey, this is the perfect game for him. And Michael Parsons having COVID right now, he's on the COVID list right now. So, hey, this might be the beginning on both teams. Hey, we could say, hey, that's the same thing that Dallas is trying to do. Hey, are they playing gamesmanship and say, hey, man, you are our best defensive player. We're gonna just rest you right here real quick so you'll be ready for the playoffs. Who knows? But we about to see over the next couple of days how many more Cowboys pop up on this list.
And we got a lot, and we're gonna sit them because we got a lot of, players pulled up this week. You know what I'm saying? You got Hightower, you got Jacoby Stevens. There's a bunch of more players. I don't have the list in front of me, but there is definitely a lot of players moving up for this game this week. So people are sitting for sure. Like, which one of our normal, contributors would you guys still make sure they got some good reps this game?
I want to see Nelson. Nelson, get your ass out there. Get your ass out there. You don't deserve no rest. Get your tail out there. That's it.
Oh man, I know Devontae want the smoke. Like Devontae want that last game. He trying to get 1K. You know what I'm saying? He trying to ball out. So I ain't mad at that, man. I feel like Dallas Goedert should actually play the game as well, because just because those hands, I want to keep those hands warm. I don't need you trying to catch the ball with center blocks. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely could use the reps, just keep his hands warm. Landon maybe only because he's nursing like a thumb injury, whatever it may be. And I think he missed practice today for the second straight time. So we'll see if he ends up starting. The offensive line, they like to take care of the big guys, so he might not even play. Because there's a chance that the offensive line.
What about Kels too? Because Kels never missed a game.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
You're breaking that.
Kelsey need the rest. Kelsey been balling for it, but he need the rest, man. He need the rest.
He could just go out there and just snap the ball.
He could just
start. That's true. He
snap the ball,
get the snap, get your start, and go sit down. That's all. That's what I would do. I was actually thinking about it, like, why can't we have both of both worlds, right? Why can't we start some guys for a series, and take a rest
Like we
of
did in the
guys.
preseason.
Yeah.
Treat it like treat it like a preseason game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, give
At least the first
JJ out
series.
there. Get JJ out there. I want my JJ jersey. Get him out there.
Hey, you know he's gonna play, right? You know he's gonna play. You know he's gonna play.
A lot of PT
Come on.
this week, my guy.
Come on, Ray.
You know he's gonna play.
Someone was in my chat to go watch. JJ gonna come out there and he's gonna get 77 yards and a touchdown this week.
Watch. I'm telling you. No, watch it happen though. It would be the last game of the season where JJ come in and play his best football against the second and third string guys. Like,
but how many chances have he gotten though?
No, you're actually right.
Blocking. Like his main priority is to block when he goes out there. That's it.
That's true.
And the one time he caught the ball against the Saints, I was glad to witness history. He caught the ball. I was at the stadium. I was like, who the hell is that? Oh, go, JJ!
Go. He was the only one cheering in the stadium.
Everybody in the stadium like, JJ.
Trying to get the chant started in the stadium. JJ.
I'm telling you, JJ could be our secret weapon, man, in the first round because nobody expects him to go out.
No, you're actually right about that. I like that thought process because no one expects the ball to go JJ's way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie.
Somebody sleeping on that one.
Yeah, listen. If I'm Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni, I might call a screen for JJ, kind of like a tight end screen, but like call like a little screen curve out to JJ. And listen, run, haul ass.
If Lane Johnson could score a touchdown, nobody expecting him to go out there. Why can't JJ do the same thing?
Why can't he? That's
listen, y'all know Uncensored hate JJ.
JJ don't.
Y'all know Uncensored hate JJ. He hates JJ, bro.
You know who I do want to see score though? I want to see Slay score. I think that'd be tight. You keep putting him in on offense.
Yeah, it happens.
Get a pass or something.
Hey, listen, man,
you eventually got to throw it to him, right? You can't just keep having him run back and forth. And then
but look, defensive back are used to laying out the wood. Hey, I'm telling you right now, if he catch the ball and get hit, you're like, oh my God, what is that? He's used to, I don't want nobody doing nothing fancy. Hey, let's go into the playoffs healthy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
So you don't want to see Slay catch the ball. You just want they put him on offense for a reason, right?
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Like if I throw the ball Slay way, I'm gonna throw him a little bubble screen. You know what I'm saying?
with 20 people in front of him, pushing everybody away so he could just walk into the
Yo, y'all, like, can y'all believe it? Like, we actually did it. Like, we made it to the big dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about it often because we were not supposed to be here. We weren't expected to be here. People counted us out. But I'll be honest with y'all, and like I don't know if y'all can remember, whenever we was doing content, preseason or so on and so forth. But I made it very clear that this team can win 9 to 10 ball games. I said it on so many occasions. So many people thought I was crazy. So many people like you can check our records. I'm pretty sure like we all said similar things, like 9 and 10 games. Like, they called us crazy. They called us crazy. And look at us now. Back then they didn't want us. Now we hot and they all on us.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's why I want to win a Dallas game because I said my floor was 10-7. So
right.
I want to hit it.
My floor was 9-8. My ceiling was 10-7. So I want this Dallas one, honestly, because I don't want them to sweep us in the season. Because like I said, if they beat us, they're gonna use it against us. So if we beat them, I'm definitely gonna use it against them.
They swept the whole division.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be crazy.
That's crazy.
That would be crazy. But guess
I
what?
didn't know that until I was just talking to Law. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this sweep," and then I told everybody in the beginning we sweeping everybody, and I was like, "What?" I thought, but then I was like, oh, "They did beat Washington twice. They did beat the Giants twice. Yeah, we gotta break that, man."
But here's the thing, though: if we beat them, right, that means they end the season with an 11-6 record, and we end it with a 10-7. All that flash in the pan that they was talking about, all that talent for naught. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got about one game, and y'all supposed to be these big bad beasts of the NFC East. Like, come on, man. Like I'm telling you, the Cowboys are pretenders, man. They pretenders.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I agree.
And that is the next The next big question here is, do you think we'll use Tyree Jackson this game? He's still, to me, unless I was blind and missed one, I haven't seen him catch the ball yet.
He hasn't. You're right. He hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think
Like,
JJ's
what was
going to
his-
get in there. All the backups are going to be in there for real. I really think, especially
He's
with Nick
getting playing time.
Sirianni,
He's not getting no ball.
but he's still a backup. But I mean, look, Nick Sirianni all year was what? Safety, health. Even in training camp, preseasons. So why go into a meaningless game with all your guys? Just continue doing what you've been doing. It's working. Just put all your backups in there. Put Gardner Minshew out there, so he could be on display for possibly another team next year. Hey, let's see what they got.
No, you
Which
got
one do you think is going to be the surprise, or out of the guys coming from the practice squad? Do you think Hightower can come in and make a big difference? He's been sitting bench all year long.
Hightower's problem.
Come in because Hightower's problem last year wasn't getting open. He got open a lot. He just wasn't catching the ball.
Yeah, and this year they said his problem was motivation and just committing himself to the game. I'm not sure I'm not sure what's been going on in his personal life, but overall, they've said he hasn't seemed, kind of like the same thing they said about Travis Fulgham. Just they don't seem mentally, committed or mentally locked in as they could be, and that's kind of been the story about Travis Fulgham and his career, really. People say the talent is there, but he doesn't really lock himself in the way he doesn't really lock himself in a dungeon like he's supposed to. And John Hightower, something similar right now. He's not really locking himself in the lab, and I think these guys are just getting comfortable with their position, being on a practice squad. When in reality, if you continue to make plays, keep your head down, grind, stay late, get there early. I feel like at some point other teams pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Like the word gets out that this guy's a hard worker. So. I'll be honest with you though. I'm really looking forward to, and I think somebody brought him up, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Tay Gowan and Zach McPherson do.
Oh yeah, Uncensored was saying that too.
On some full-time reps,
and Vincent Jr. Because which one? Gowan was the one we got in the Zach Ertz trade, right?
Yes.
And then Vincent Jr. like that same week or something, we picked that dude up.
You talking about Kerry Vincent Jr.?
Yeah.
All three of those cornerbacks are from this past draft. I believe so. Because didn't Kerry Vincent Jr. play for LSU? Or am I mistaken?
No, that's McPherson came from. Wait, yeah,
no. I think Vincent Jr. did come from LSU.
No, Stevenson.
Stevenson did come from LSU too.
Yeah,
but the cornerback
Jacoby Stevens.
Zach McPherson went to Texas Tech.
Yeah. And then we picked up Vincent off this from the coach practice squad. I think it was.
Wasn't it around the same time?
Yep, Kerry Vincent Jr. LSU. Yep.
Yeah,
from the coach practice squad.
And then Jacoby Stevens playing this week too.
Yep.
So who knows? They might end up showing up and showing out. They've been waiting to play all year long.
Well, that's good. Because the next year, look, and guess what? Instead of trying to, reach for a defensive back, we probably could go middle linebacker, defensive end, and a safety or something, and just give Big Play Slay another year. And then if McPherson beat out Stevens, look, either way, we're still looking good. If these guys get some PT, hey, they get put out there on display for everybody else to start looking at. Hey, that's good for. Hey, you already know how Howie Roseman is, man. He's always trying to will and deal something. So look, I'm not mad at all if all these guys come off the practice squad. Matter of fact, bring everybody from the practice squad and put them all in against the Cowboys, and they might even still beat them because they are hungry.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think they're gonna play Stevens at, linebacker or safety?
Both. They're gonna move him around. He's not gonna just stay there. I feel like Jacoby Stevens is gonna be be in that rover role. He's gonna be moving all around. And they might put him on the edge at one point. They might drop back in coverage. He might. I feel like Jacoby Stevens is like that Swiss Army knife. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Jacoby for sure.
What up, my guy? They can't hear you.
He's on BP time, man. Chill out.
Yeah, baby.
We still can't hear you, man.
Welcome to the co-host King in the building.
I think you muted, big bro. I think you muted. There we go. Yeah, yes, sir.
Sorry, guys. I was having technical difficulties. You know what I mean? My bad. Hope everything is well, fellas.
Yes, sir. You already know,
we're
man.
holding it down, waiting for you. You know what I'm saying, my guy? We knew you were coming.
I was coming, man. But the link wouldn't let me come through. So I had literally get on. I was like, oh man, come on. So I'm here. Let's talk birds. JC, what up, my guy? What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Waiting on you.
Good,
Let's go.
good.
For sure. Let's get it.
So yeah, do you think there'll be any one of these players coming up that can make a big enough impact, keep them up during the playoffs? Like a Sean Bradley, like a Jacoby Stevens, one of these type cats.
I mean, we're going to be resting a lot of players. I know a lot of us Eagle fans, we don't want to get swept by the Cowboys. But, man, look at the bigger picture.
Don't.
We are in the playoffs.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought we would be in the playoffs? Yes, Jacoby Stevens, yes, most definitely. I want to see him. I know I mean, if you guys watched LSU when he played, it was LSU versus the Georgia game when he put the clamps on Kyle Pitts, and I want to see him play linebacker. I want to see get these young bulls some experience. Jonathan Hightower. What's the young bull we got from the Cardinals in that trade? We got
Take Allen. Take Allen. Yep. We got 3 corners from this past draft. When you think about it, that's actually pretty decent. On the back end.
And the wide receiver as well. The wide receiver from Arizona as well. We picked him up on a practice squad. I definitely want to see him.
What's his name? I forget his name.
I had it.
I think I saw something about that. I'm trying to remember. But like you said, I'm looking forward to seeing. I want to see. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Tyree Jackson. Light somebody up. Yeah. I want to see Tyree Jackson get something popping.
I want to see him score a touchdown already. All the hype.
Look, we could put a decent team on the field on Sunday, especially with Gardner Minshew, a capable backup, a Tyree Jackson at tight end, a JJ at wide receiver. Hey, hell, throw Rager out there. Throw Rager out there.
And listen, Rager can't miss no steps.
Number 1.
Get Rager out there, at wide receiver number 2. JJ wide receiver number 1.
And listen, JC, I'm making Rager sleep at the stadium. Like, Rager sleep at the stadium. He sleep and breathe turf. Like he not going home. Like,
wow. Yeah. He goes JJ number 1. Rager number 2.
I'm telling you right now. Hey, we could
Hightower in the slot.
Kevon Wallace at safety. I'm telling McPherson at DB. Hey, Gowan. I'm telling we could fill this team up. Sean Bradley in there.
There's some youth in there.
If these young guys play, they still are, because we expected a lot from a lot of these guys coming into the season to actually produce this year, and they just didn't play. So it's like they can come in and actually, do something formidable against the starters of the Cowboys.
Yeah. I mean, a game
like upset. You think they can upset the Cowboys? The second stream. How awesome would that be? Our second team comes in and upsets the Cowboys and Week 18.
Yeah, but the Cowboys not going to play their first team also, man. I mean, right now they're talking about smoke.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Smoke.
I know they said, what's so crazy about that, y'all? I know they said that, but I know they said that, but like you said, King, like, the bigger picture for them, right? So I'm thinking, I'll be honest with you, they'll be fools to start Zeke. They'll be a fool to start that man.
Come on now. This is
I'm with you. But they gotta be fools, like
Dallas Cowboys, aka Boo Boo the Fools. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
They're gonna play one series.
Stupid.
They're gonna play one series and that's it. They're not gonna do that, man. Son, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna play one series.
Half. One half. It ain't one series. It's gonna be one half.
Hey, look, you're taking a chance. This is the most hated rivalry. All right, it's not the Washington football team. Yes, that's more probably of a classic type rivalry, but the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't matter who plays, who's back there. We're trying to take somebody out, and Jerry Jones, he knows that. So with Dak Prescott already banged up, and right now he's out of sync. I really do not think that he's going to put him back there, like no more than a series or two.
You can make an argument that the Eagles Dallas Cowboys rivalry is like the most radioactive in the NFL. You can make an argument for that for real.
Nastiest, and we took out their players left and right. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that, but yeah. So they don't want to see the Eagles, man. I'm telling you
that's
right
why
now.
I think they come in with their starters trying to put the points up on them high and early. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're only playing the back. We're gonna go in there and make an example of these guys for doing that. You know, and then maybe by halftime if they're up like 21.
All right, so I got one question. I got one question for all you fellas, man. What was the best Cowboy game you've ever seen? Like you'll never forget. And it was like you pumped your chest. You did a LeBron. You was like the week.
I got
like y'all still don't.
It was that one Cowboys game that both teams, you win and you end. They came to the link. Freaking B-Dog done stripped the ball twice. And that was a blowout, like 44.
Right? Was it Barber?
And T.O. was on that team. Remember T.O. was on that team?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Win and you end, and they came out and wet the bed. Man,
okay.
All right, that's like 44, something like 16 or 20 something.
All right, okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, I gotta go back to the Super Bowl season when we rocked them 37-9. Like we straight up just went in their house, AT&T, and just dropped a 30 ball on them. Like it was nasty.
Thanksgiving? Wasn't that on Thanksgiving?
It was November 19th, right before Thanksgiving. Yep, right before Thanksgiving. Yeah. We did them in, man. Like I'm trying to think who balled. It was just such a team effort. J.J. LeGarrette Blount, everybody came in and really did their thing, man. I think we ran the ball for like we put up over 200 yards rushing on them in that game, I believe.
Remember at halftime, it was like I think it was like a 10-10 game, and then the second half we came out and just ran right through them.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got two though. I got two. So the pickle juice game, right?
Are you going back?
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm 37, so I got
Okay. I just turned 27, so I just turned 27, so I'm a young boy.
And the next one was when I think it was a Chip Kelly era. Shady went off, and it was I think it was Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving Day. I want to say it was. And Shady, I remember Shady ran Joan in, and he did that. I totally beat the Cowboys.
Wasn't that when Sanchez started?
Yes, it was Sanchez. Yes, Sanchez started. Man, that was one of the best Thanksgivings I've ever had, man. I remember I was in my in-laws. My in-laws don't really care for football. I'm yelling, and they like, man, did you marry Jennifer? Did you marry the right one? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It was just one of the best ones. I remember putting my jersey on the flight home, and I was just proud to be an Eagles fan that day, bro. Oh man, but the pickle juice by far one of my favorites.
Oh man, that was a good one. That was a real good
the McNabb one too. The scramble, I think it was like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them though, man.
This rivalry had so many great games, and
even when Carson beat
that's why like when it comes to Dallas week, you want to put, you know what I'm saying? You want to say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? You just want to say it with your chest.
Man, like it was a period where like they couldn't beat us at all. Like we was just running right through them. That was like from 2000 to like 04, 03, something like that. Like they just couldn't see us in any way, like in any way. But listen, man, like it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good game. I'm actually gonna be at that game. My wife got me tickets to that game, so I'm actually gonna be there. Me and my dad. Yeah. So that's gonna be a good job.
Nice.
You know how I do, Joey. You know what I'm
saying? They better shake.
For sure, man. So like now that the season, I got a question for y'all. Now that the season's kind of reaching like that pinnacle and reaching that head, what was some things that y'all were, I guess you'll say y'all were wrong about this season? Like you made a determination earlier on in the season, and you end up being wrong about.
And Nick was going to start the season running the ball with Shady. I mean, not Shady, Miles Sanders. I thought he was going to do it. With all three of them running backs out there, man, you just knew that he was going to come out running out the gates. You know, and I'll say like it took him 6 weeks to start doing it. So that's definitely one thing that I was definitely wrong about coming into this season.
I don't know. I predicted a lot of stuff right. I predicted us being the number one rushing team, top 10 defense. I predicted a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, go check the tape. Go check the receipts. They're all on live. Matter of fact, go on my channel and pull it up. But anyways, but you know what? Look, I wasn't hard on Nick even after his little, rock paper scissors. None of that. I really got lost. He lost me about this whole flower thing. That's when I was like, hell no, I'm done with this guy. That's the only time.
Ever since the flowers got planted.
Now put 50 on the Detroit Lions. I know it's the Detroit Lions. It's considered our bye week. But still.
He says considered a bye week.
That's your work, you know what I'm saying?
But I was wrong for about
a game.
After that, I was like, all right, man, he good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was an unexpected season for me.
Yeah, it was
for the most part for me. It was just the most unexpected. I didn't know what we were getting into. We came out like fireworks and game busters against Atlanta. I remember, what's funny about week one?
Yeah.
I was supposed to be at that game, and then I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to go back home to Philly and go see that Niner game. And Prime and the fellas was hitting me up, meet me in Atlanta. And I was like, nah. And then I remember just watching it, and I was like, damn, man, I should have been there. And then soon after that game, Bow Wow. I don't know if y'all see that recording of Bow Wow.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was the best.
Yo.
Oh, man.
He did the big ticket joint. He said, he played neat. He was doing everything. I said, damn.
Why you hyping him up, man?
Yo, Bow Wow like the Grim Reaper, bro.
Hey, this was my prediction right here. 11-6, way back. When was that? August 23rd.
Okay.
That was my prediction. Yo, I went through every game, who we should win, like who we should lose to, who we should beat, and I came up 11-6 division champs though. But hey, I wasn't far off from being division champs if we started running the ball and lost to the Giants. You know what I mean? Things happen.
Been a lot.
You know what's so crazy? Like I had real high expectations for Kevon Wallace coming into this season.
Oh, I think we all
and
Barnett.
It turns out. No, I ain't gonna lie. Like Barnett showed me exactly what I thought I was gonna get. But Kevon Wallace, he got beat up by Marcus Epps. Marcus Epps, but I ain't gonna lie. I forgot who I was talking to. Was it you, Bird Gang? I think you mentioned Marcus Epps or something like that. The last time we spoke, I'm not exactly sure, but somebody brought up Marcus Epps to me, and I was like, I'm not sure if I would bring him back. But I ain't gonna lie, Marcus Epps, he seemed like he everywhere. Seemed like he always near the ball. He be hitting out there. You know what I'm saying? I think he got like 2 interceptions on the season, right? Something like that.
So are you okay with McLeod walking? Hey, are you okay with Epps playing the way he's playing and McLeod getting the boot?
I don't want to say get the boot. That's kind of disrespectful to a Super Bowl champ. But I feel you though. Like, it's like I don't think McLeod can get re-signed just because of age or whatever. I do like what Marcus Epps brings to the table. He seemed like he a risk taker. He go for it. So that's very
right now.
That's a tough question. I'll be honest with you. That's a tough question because McLeod, he's like that that sure-handed veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like he understands the system, understands the scheme, and he's at that point in his career where he's relying more on his brain more so than his athleticism. Man, it's got him pretty far. So for the sake of getting younger and moving forward, I think Marcus Epps may get worked out into that starting position. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with Ryan McLeod though, but I do think we need to draft a safety though for sure.
But the reason why, because McLeod was complaining about like last week or 2 weeks ago about him not playing, and he was like, hey, he's not happy about it, but it is what it is. So he's low disgruntled, yes, he And he came up big the past couple games, but even JG wasn't really playing McLeod like that. He was playing 20% of the snaps, and Mike Epps was actually he was balling. So since the Dallas game, every time you put him in there, man, he's not afraid to lay the wood. You know what I mean?
Make a play, right?
Yeah, make a play.
So,
but you think he's a starting like safety, or you think it's just because he just comes in and does his job when he's in type thing? Those players where it's like when they do come in, they make them flashes, but once they actually get the start and roll, now you're sitting there looking at them and they're not even making no plays at all.
I get exactly what you're saying.
Wilson. Wilson last year leading the league in tackles, interceptions, all this stuff because he was a backup starting. You know what I'm saying? And then once he actually came to our team this year and started, then he played like trash. And
different system though. He wasn't playing our system.
Yeah, but also
he played at Minnesota. That's kind of the same.
I feel what you're saying, but expectations are a killer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people can't rise to the occasion when they become the guy. And not everybody built for that.
Another good one.
Hey, but that same thing when people were excited about Sendejo. Everybody was excited. Like, oh man, he can hit. You know what I mean? He can run in the box. Da, da, da. And I'm like, yo, did y'all remember when his ass got ran over by LeGarrette Blunt? Buggy, man. Come on, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like is McLeod free agent this year?
I believe so.
And then you got Harris both. You're gonna lose both of those veteran safeties.
I
would bring Harris back, honestly. I would bring Harris back. I would. I probably don't have a real profound reason for that, but I would bring Harris back just because of the experience. And I feel like he would be better the following year being in this scheme. I feel like he would be better.
Yeah.
I feel you. But I think
I just don't want to go too young back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too young.
And I totally agree with you on that. And that's what I was just about to jump on right now. You don't want to go too young at the safety position because with this scheme, the safeties have to do a lot. They're way, 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 way off the line. So McLeod, man, see, I just have respect for him. He's a Super Bowl champion.
So much respect.
He did so much. He does so much for the city. He does a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in Philadelphia, especially right now with the gun violence. Man, it's going crazy. I'm a victim of one man. I lost my brother in Philadelphia to gun violence. And so when you see somebody like that buy into the city, doing a lot of stuff for the community, man, he has nothing but respect. You know what I'm saying? And it sometimes it's bigger than football. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then even he's like the leader back there in terms of mental leader. He's like the champion. You know what I'm saying? And with safety, you can lose a step of athleticism, but that knowledge helps you stay a relevant safety in the league. We thought we let Jenkins go at the right time, but Jenkins still puts up, good numbers, still playing some good football. They can go a lot longer. They go up with Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, but it's different. He's playing in the box. He's a Swiss Army knife. They're doing everything with him, and they don't really have that much. They ain't really got that much, after him. And then you got was it Lattimore? You got good corners, but a safety's position like that is Jenkins. Yeah. You know what I mean? Their linebackers. What's name's good? I can't forget. I always forget his name. Yeah, he's good, but their front, the Saints rely on their front.
Front four in their corners. Yep.
Yeah, that's what they rely on. Their front four and their corners. So Jenkins can move around, do what he got to do, and he did that for Philly. He did that for Philly, but I hated letting him go. I ain't gonna lie. I hated letting him go, but he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy there.
Yeah, it was he felt it was one of those situations where you felt like you should have got more. You should have got taken care of a little better by the organization that you helped win the Super Bowl. Because let's be honest, man. In that Super Bowl, when he laid Brandon Cooks out, that's when the game started. Let's keep it real. I was watching that game with family, bro. When he laid him out, I said, "No, we playing football. Let's get it. Let's get it. We here now. We here."
My man's got hit so hard he woke up in L.A.
No, he woke up in Houston, bro. He woke up in Houston. Oh, he got his. He woke up in Houston. Like,
Yeah. I mean, look, I feel y'all, man. But hey, when the Eagles let Brian Dawkins walk,
yeah, that was terrible.
yeah,
That was terrible.
I'm like, everybody else is expendable. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
And he made the Pro Bowl the following year with the Broncos. That was an insult to injury. Like, come on, man.
That was the
you know why they got rid of him, though, right? You know why they got rid of him, right?
Money. It's always about the money.
Okay, it was money, and then against the Cardinals, I was at that game, right? He let that touchdown, and when I think it was Larry was killing us. God, he was killing us. Because remember, John scored first, then Larry scored, and we had all the time in the world. All we had to do was play prevent defense, and Brian Dawkins let the joint up. And so after that, it was rumblings like he's getting old, he can't run no more. And I was like, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. And then what was it? 2, 3, 4? What was it? Probably a year later, we got rid of McNabb. That man. You talk about a blunder, man. That was such a weird.
But we got rid of McNabb right on time, though.
Yeah,
man.
we did.
Yeah, that was right on time. Yeah, because Mike Vick.
I think it was.
McNabb didn't do crap.
Some good years. We didn't give him no weapons. You go out, you finally get receivers. As soon as you get receivers, you let them go. Hey, Donnie,
I get it. I get it.
James Perez,
guy couldn't start on nobody.
He was terrible.
Brad Mitchell. You finally get Deshaun Jackson. We finally get Macklin. And as soon as you get 2 good receivers, you let them go.
With all due respect, they gave my man Hank Basket. You know what I'm saying? They gave him they gave him Ty Pinkston. You know the guy that was scared to catch. Ty Pinkston was scared to catch the ball in the Super Bowl. Like he was just come on, man.
I think they did him dirty. That's the thing.
Hey,
like for real.
See, the thing is, we had Vic, man. We had Vic waiting.
You know, as much as Donovan, Kevin Cobb came in. You're right, and then because you listen, you're so crazy because Kevin Cobb started right, and then Kevin Cobb get knocked out in that Packers game.
He got knocked out, and they had to put Vic in.
Vic came in.
Yeah,
but you know, so crazy though. Like as much as Donovan tried to play it cool, he didn't like when Vic came. He didn't like that.
But he told Vic to come.
Yeah, but I feel like after a while he you know what it was? I don't think he thought Vic will become what he became in that city. I don't think he foresaw what he became in that city because Vic even said it himself. He said, I really didn't start learning the position for real until I got with Andy Reid. And Vic with the Eagles was something vicious.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, because he was with Dan Reeves in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in Atlanta. Yeah.
They would put like $100 bills in the DVD, like tape, and he wouldn't even Vic wouldn't even like look at it. He would just give it back, and $100 would be in there.
That's crazy.
Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
Like one time they said they put $500 in there in the tape in the DVD. Well, this is back in early 2000s, so the DVD joint, right? They gave it to him. My man just said, "Yeah, did you look at tape?" He said, "Yeah, I can look at it." He said,
"You look at tape?" Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah, I looked at it. You know what I mean?
That's funny, man. Damn. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I can't imagine myself being a fan of any other team, bro. Like, for some reason, with these Eagles, I don't know if it's the colors, I don't know if it's the city, the grind, the blue collar mentality. It seems like every year we got a shot. It really feel like that.
Yeah,
for a long time.
4 times out of we've been in the playoffs 4 times
out of 5 years.
4 to 5 years.
That tells you right there, man, that Stop with the cap, with the disrespect. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to
never stop.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what though? I ain't gonna even front. I love it. I love that.
I love being the most hated. I love being the most doubted, bro. I love it.
Hey, I'm coming from the Bay, so I'm coming from the Bay, right? So I went to the
Reggie
Niners.
Brown. Remember Reggie Brown was supposed to be that dude?
Oh yeah, he was supposed to be that boy, but he did not end up being that guy.
Yeah. But I was coming from the Bay, right? And so my flight, and then I think the Cowboys and the Cardinals flight came in at the same time. And I'm trying to get my bag, pick up my bag, whatever. And I just see Cowboy fans, and he just had this face like, man, It's gonna be one of them years. We won and done. Like you can just tell. You can just tell they just had it. Like they didn't feel it. And it was so funny, man. And they were just looking at me and they just like, and the one guy was like, "Damn Eagles, man." And he even said it. He was like, "I'm scared to play y'all when it comes to the playoffs." I said, "Yeah, you might want to be because you know it. The whole stadium knows it. We running the damn ball. Ain't nothing you can do to stop this."
Yo, I'm telling you, man, the Cowboys, I'm telling you, they fan base, they on pins and needles right now. I know they are. They on pins and needles right now.
Won 11 games and they're still scared.
Yeah,
they are. They should be.
That's crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like usually if a team win 11 games going into the last week of the season, they're feeling confident.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because they've had 14. But here's the thing, though. They've had 14 and 2 seasons and 13 and 3 seasons, and they couldn't even get out of the first. They've always gotten so high on themselves, and they've always crashed and burned when it mattered most. And it's such, like I'm about to be on my Stephen A. Smith. Like, what can go wrong will go wrong with these guys. It never fails for some reason. Like, it's sometimes you can book it.
Where that black cat around that damn facility.
Yeah,
Tony Rumble, bobble snap.
Yo, like
for
the longest, man. Look, yeah,
they won the game. They're like, it's over.
Yeah, for the longest, yo. Hey, the Dallas Cowboys has always been the most talented team in the division, man.
Yeah,
but that stadium, man, that star, that star power that they think they have. Every star. Hey, the higher you go up, man, you start going to jail, you start smoking pot, you start doing all that stuff. That's exactly what Dallas Cowboys was doing. They got so high on themselves that every year it's just like, look, this is our year again. This is our year. This is our year. I can't remember like one year they didn't say that. And the media don't help them out either. The media put that pressure on them.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Derek, he makes sure that they're all over everywhere. You're gonna talk good about my team.
And it don't help when you got the leprechaun, aka Skip Bayless, on TV every morning.
Oh my God!
It don't help. He's screaming out with against Uncle Sharp. You know what I'm talking about? How about them Cowboys? It's like, yo, like I don't get it, bro. Yeah. Like the leprechaun, you like the ghetto. You click on BET because they don't play no videos no more.
Leprechaun in the hood and all that, right?
Leprechaun in the hood, leprechaun. He done everything.
Bro, that's crazy, man. Man,
that would suck. I wouldn't want that to happen. Don't even put that in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that would suck. Oh, do you get a first round pick for Jalen? Just go get one of these rookie quarterbacks. That'd be garbage.
He'd be a fool. I ain't gonna lie. He'd be a fool. Like, I'm glad they brought that up because how y'all feel about this, man? I feel like at this point, why start over with developing another quarterback when you have you have a strong foundation with this kid, Jalen Hurts? Like, why start over?
Because we got a quarterback factory.
That was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, man.
The other 31 teams out there.
Oh,
here's the thing: I don't got a problem in drafting a quarterback, but you got to go in the later rounds, my man. You got to get him 5th, 6th. Like
this is my thing. You got to give Young Bull a shot.
That's my thing. Earned it.
He earned it.
He guided us to the playoffs.
Like if he got rid of that's awesome.
You know what? And I definitely want to point this out. This is one thing I definitely want to point out. I'm tired every time I get on Twitter, in my DMs, y'all tweeting me. Y'all don't play nobody. Listen, and I want to listen. I'm gonna. You know what? Can I get a personnel? Can I get a shot? You know what I'm saying? This is my good side. Check this out. Check this out. I'm saying it right now. We didn't make the schedule. We didn't make the schedule. But you know what? You know what it is though? Good teams beat on bad teams, and we took advantage of what we need to do, and that's what we here. That's all I had to say. I had to get my little solo joint on. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my solo joint on.
Talk that talk.
Sorry, y'all. Hit me up in my DM, especially with them Cowboys fans. Yo, King, yo, man, y'all terrible. Y'all ain't play nobody.
But let's be real about it, though. Let's be real about this, man.
Y'all ain't beat nobody either.
Exactly. I was just about to say, let's be real about this. Let's be real. Okay. They They lost to the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
They lost to the Broncos. They lost to the Chiefs. Lost to the Raiders. Lost to the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Like, who did they beat? They beat the Giants. They beat the Panthers. They beat us. You know what I'm saying? They beat a rookie quarterback in the Patriots. They beat the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? They beat the Falcons. They barely beat the Chargers. Dak didn't even throw a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is like the same way how y'all claim we ain't playing nobody. You know, some of the teams y'all playing, they didn't make the playoffs. The same some of the teams they beat, they didn't make the playoffs. Falcons not gonna make the playoffs. Vikings not gonna make the playoffs. Giants not. Panthers not. You know what I'm saying? It's still a chance the Chargers might not because they still got to win against the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like, so who did the Saints? You know, it's a chance they might make it if San Fran can't get the job done. But really, you know, they in the same boat as us. Like, your quality of competition is just as mediocre.
Team for us beating. You know, so even if they did make the playoff, you know, Saints, they ain't nothing. But I agree with that 100%, man. They haven't beat anybody of any real relevance either.
I'm just tired of it. Stop.
And like you said, when you don't make the schedule, you play who you play. Listen, they get paid too. My job is to come in and get the dub. And if I got mine and they left it out there, it's what you want me to do.
Right. Oh,
That was fourth place schedule. You knew it from the beginning of the season. Like, everybody knew that this was supposed to happen at the end of our season. You know, that's why, you know, when we first got to that 2-4 record, everybody knew the first 6 games was the hardest games on our schedule. You know what I'm saying? That we were going to struggle, especially with
that minor game though, man. We dropped that.
No, we dropped that.
We dropped.
I'll be honest.
We won
Giants game.
In the fourth quarter, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
That Giants game we dropped.
Yeah. I'll be honest with y'all, man. Like, I know the Chiefs is the Chiefs and they came in and did what they did, but I feel like Jalen played good enough to win that game, man.
Yeah,
like, our receivers weren't catching the ball, man.
That and defense, defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. They dropped 42 on us. We still put up 30 on it. Like, I felt like we played good enough to win that game. If defense get 2 stops, we win.
Remember they were inside zone on a 2-yard line on zone when Tyreek Hill was in the slot.
He was by himself.
On defense, like, really, like, what kind of defense goal is that? Even a lot of those early red zones, 10 and in type situations were in the zone. It was ridiculous, man. It's like, what the heck are you doing? Horrible.
Look,
that's why you gotta give us a pass for those first 6 games. I always feel like you gotta start the season off past the first 6 because neither one of our coaches knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Look, all I know is this: the whole NFC East was in the top 10 easiest schedule this year. Period. But next year, yo, I've seen the teams.
Oh yeah.
Yo, the first place Dallas Cowboys. Yo, if they don't make it to Super Bowl this year, man, they ain't making it next year.
They're gonna be sick.
Man, they are playing the top teams because they go by division winners. You won number 1, you going against number 1. Ain't no cupcake a schedule next year.
That's why if you notice, that's why the Buccaneers. If you notice, the Buccaneers was a wild card team when they won
easy schedule, yeah.
And they got an easy schedule this year. They got lucky with that because they struggled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Who won the NFC South last year? Was it the Saints?
The Saints.
So,
and the Bucks had a second place schedule.
And look at them. So it's like, you know, that it's almost like, damn, like winning the division. Like, how worth it is it? Like.
But that was us. That was us after we were coming off the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was us.
And we still made the playoffs.
And you know that double joint, man. Oh man.
Yeah, but that was crazy. But in all fairness, though, one of our guys did get his hand on it a little bit, just a teeny bit.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
Yeah, he did get his
little finger
on it. Hey, but this is my question to you guys.
Okay.
As an Eagles fan, how are you feeling about? Is it going to be one and done, or do you think we're going to shake up? We're going to shake up some stuff here. We're going to shock the world. How do you guys?
I'll be honest.
I knew you was going to say that.
Hey, let's leave Bergen out of this question. Mute Bergen Mike for me.
What?
Leave Bergen out of this.
Hey, he's going to say Super Bowl. A progressing young quarterback, a number 1 rush defense. I mean, a number 1 rushing team, and a top 10 defense. That's the recipe to go to Super Bowl.
Hey,
yeah, I'll be honest. Go ahead, JC. My
Let me
bad.
tell
Especially
you
when they
something
tackle
about
base
Bergen,
first.
right? Bergen made a lot of young kids on YouTube lose money to me this year. He made a lot of young kids bet me
I
jerseys
just give them hope
that
for
they're
the
not going to be
team
able to
like you're
pay.
supposed to
Because
have.
let's listen to Bergen.
Sorry, you're
17-0
Mr.
until proven
Anti-hope.
guilty. 16-1 until proven otherwise.
Yo, for real, Bergen was crazy this season. But he was like, hey, listen, he's like, look, 13-4 until proven guilty.
Dude, that's what it is. We gonna win every game until we don't win that game.
No, listen, I respected the Bergen. I respect your fandom, bro. I respect
You
it.
know, that's my fandom side. 16-0 until proven otherwise. But I still came out and said 13-3 was my ceiling.
I remember. That was your ceiling.
Is my floor. But yeah, I put that out, and after I put that out, it's about we were winning every game. Like, what fan don't go into the game thinking you're gonna win that game? You know what I'm saying? We didn't have some garbage team where you're like, oh, like we're not the Lions where you're like, oh, we just hope to win one. Like, we had a good squad. Yeah. We had some nice young players. What up, Troxel, my guy? How you doing?
Yeah, but would you put money on what you're saying? That's a difference.
Yeah. I'll put
17-0,
we
huh?
were gonna win a division.
Listen, y'all know JC a betting man.
I lost.
I'll bet anybody.
Division in
You already
Vegas
know me.
And then, like, I would do it right now. I'll put that. I'm gonna say we're gonna win the Super Bowl. I think we can win the Super Bowl. I don't really think you guys tell me what order of the teams that are going to playoffs, you know, would you want to play in order? Give me your 4 teams to make it to the Super Bowl.
Well,
like,
I mean,
what's your hard, easy to hard way?
All right, I guess for me, I'm a really base it off of like who got the highest potential to shred our defense, and I feel like out of all the quarterbacks that we could potentially face in this upcoming playoff, you know, I feel like Aaron Rodgers and the Buccaneers, they got the highest probability to shred our defense. So honestly, I'll be honest, as much as I want the Cowboys in the first round, you know, I wouldn't mind playing the Rams because they're not a physical team. We could run the ball down their throat. They can't stop the run. You know what I'm saying? And Matthew Stafford been in a slump. And I'll be honest with you, I think the pressure's starting to get to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really believe that.
No, Tone, I agree with you on that one. I would have to go. I think we can get Rams.
Turn it up.
What
Okay,
happened?
He said he can't hear us, right?
You hear us now?
No. This person's trolling, man. Oh,
I was about to say, like, what?
Man,
Yo, who is this boy? Yo, look at this boy. Yo, he got my picture up there and all that.
That's a troll.
Yo, he just did this.
But
oh my god, that's funny, man.
I think we can get with the Rams. Like Tone said, it depends. If you're going to get Detroit Lions fan, you're going to get Detroit Lions Matthew Stafford, or you're going to get, you know, I got new toys around me, Matthew Stafford. And we can run the ball on them. I feel like we can run the ball on them. You know, and we can get with the Cardinals too. I think we can get with the Cardinals. The only thing that their offense, they have a lot of weapons. That's the only thing that you know. But the Bucks, we can get with the Bucks because the Bucks ain't got no wide receivers now.
That's who I want. That's what I want.
It's
the Bucks.
Facts.
You know
I want the Bucks.
They have been struggling.
Off this spot, we win that game. We should have won. We should have beat them in the regular season. But
we could have for sure.
Soft ass zone defense, we could have beat the Bucks. We had a chance to beat the Bucks. If we came out timid, we came out and that's another thing I need to get. We need to get.
That's Gannon for you. That's Gannon, man.
We gotta get. Stop coming out flatline. Let's go. Come on, let's go, man.
You know what I always say, man? I always say when it comes to Jonathan Gannon, it seemed like he always calling games from a play behind instead of trying to dictate the pace. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like as a defensive coordinator, it's not just your job just to lead these guys to victory, but at the same time, you have to dictate. Like stop reacting to what the offense is doing. Dictate what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? You call your defense out there and make them make adjustments. You don't just stop being so reactive. I want you to activate. You know what I'm saying? I want you to set the tone. You know what I'm saying?
But that's because his damn defense. He thinks, well, we can do stunts. We can do this. We can fool a quarterback and making mistakes, bro. This is the NFL, man. I'm pretty sure not even half. Majority of these quarterbacks have seen everything. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a young bull like Trey Lance or you know what I'm saying? Like a young bull, you wet behind.
That's why you gotta be aggressive. That's why you gotta throw the Kissinger guys, man, because they seen everything. You gotta be aggressive.
Yeah, but he and then like another thing is though he doesn't want to get beat over the top. That's another thing. He just doesn't want to get beat up. I am beyond. I only seen us once, maybe twice, get beat over the top.
And that was Mike Williams in Chargers. He beat us over the top one time.
Yeah, and then Hill beat us over the top. I was at that Kansas City Chief game. I was like, "Are you serious?" I know it was.
But that game was over with though. That game was over.
But it was just like I'm like, damn. But we was with Schwartz. We was getting kind of cooked here and there, but we had that front seven to be able to get together.
That's true.
Like all you guys just said right now. You just said 2 on one side. We're saying that Tampa Bay is like that's all the playoff teams we're probably gonna have to face.
But you got to face 3.
We can all agree.
And all gonna be on the road.
The Rams.
We could
beat Tampa Bay. We could beat the Cardinals. If that's the road to the Super Bowl, we're there.
Well, this is the year where anybody can get touched. Let's keep it real. Like we saw that the Jets almost knocked off the Bucks. Like we saw it's so many games you can point to of teams that found a way to get these victories over these juggernauts. And my thing is, it's everybody is fooled. No, there's no one that you could there's no one that you could definitively say is a juggernaut or like they just the best team because every team is flawed in some way. It's I'm not gonna lie. This is the playoffs where like any given Sunday, like if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you might lose. You can't mail in. You can't.
The only difference with this is this: at the regular season, there's another game. All right, there's another game, but the playoffs, I'm pretty sure the Lions ain't gonna beat the Cardinals. You know what I mean? Because the Cardinals went into that game too confident. Oh, that's only the Lions. Half the teams that lost went into that game. Oh, it's only the Jets. Oh, it's only this team. But the playoffs is a different beast. They know for a fact you lose, you out. So yes, I understand that everybody could get touched, but the 2007 Giants. But the Giants did it the right way. With the front defense, the front four, the 2000 when they went to Tampa Bay, the Cowboys was 13-3, and they beat Green Bay, to advance to the Super Bowl. But they did it with aggressive defense. They wasn't playing scared. So if we could do those things,
but that defense, that defense.
But y'all, listen, hear me out on this though. Hear me out on this.
The Giants defense was nice.
Y'all, listen, hear me out on this though. Like I understand what you're saying, JC. Like it's another game, man. Them guys maybe slept on their opponent. But when you start to get to this point in the season where every game matters, when you're fighting for playoff position in the seeding, you can't afford to sleep on nobody. So that's why I pay attention to games like when the Chargers lose to the Houston Texans, or when the Buccaneers almost lose to the to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Or the Cardinals losing to Detroit. The Cardinals went on like a three game losing streak or something like that when they was barely the number 1 seed. That's why it's hard for me to really give them a pass in that respect, because every game this season mattered after week 8, week 9. Every game mattered because if you lose one game, it changes wherever you are. That's what I mean. Like this is not the season where you can just mail it in with anybody anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like if a team catch you slipping, that's why I want the Rams, because they bottled up so much into the season. They made so many moves for this season. I'm telling you, they're gonna come into this game with a lot of pressure on them. They're gonna be at home, and I'm telling you, if they get behind even by a touchdown, they're gonna start hearing them boos. They're gonna start feeling that pressure. Oh, we supposed to win this game. They coming to I'm telling you, like that stuff matters when you're supposed to win. And you think
the Cardinals, man.
It matters. It matters. It comes back on you.
Those guys been getting beat down for like 5 weeks. I didn't even think that they were going to beat the Cowboys this last week the way they've been playing. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking forward. I'm hoping they play the Rams.
It might be the Bucks though. Honestly, it really might be the Bucks.
I'm ready. I'm ready because I believe we can win that game. If it's Arizona, I'm at that game. So even if it's even at LA, I'm at that game. So I'm going either one or two. I'm out.
I'm right there.
I'm going.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, and I just think like what you said too, like finesse team and the Rams. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they can handle that pass. And no one, if any of you guys, like you said, any of you guys play defense, no one wants to get ran on in cold weather. Like when you start hitting these guys in the mouth in cold weather, you got Lane Johnson. Landon Dickerson, these boys, by a lot of hitting you. And the cold weather, they might look good that first quarter.
But they all dome teams,
There's no cold weather, though.
There's no cold weather until Green Bay.
We got to go. We got to go to LA. We got to go to.
There's no cold weather.
We got to go to Florida. So that doesn't matter.
Arizona's outdoors, right?
They're all indoors, man. They're all indoors.
Here's the thing, though. I'm telling you, they got to go through Green Bay this year. The Rams not making it. They're not going to make it.
This is the thing, though. We can beat Green Bay. You know why we can beat Green Bay? Because
I'm listening to Big Dog.
Little. Your defense is little, and our big guys can beat on their little guys. We've done it before.
That's how does the Rams. They small. You're right. The Cardinals, they small actually. They small.
Exactly.
Most of these, you know what? You want to sell King? Most of these teams is actually more finesse teams that's in the playoff. Like, listen, outside of us, most of these teams are finesse teams.
And that's why we're the most dangerous team going into the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. We had and then think about it. You don't want to be that team to be like, damn, we lost to the Eagles. You don't want to be that team. You lost to the lowest seed. You don't want to be that team. So you're like, man, if we lose this game, damn, they're gonna be clowning us. But then it's like, we bigger than you. So
he said, well, I mean, we bigger than you. So
this is what I expect. I expect our defensive line, our offensive line, to go in that game and be like Debo. That's my bike pump. That's what I want. That's my tool. You know what I'm saying?
my grandmama bought me a chain.
Right. Cry in the car. He about to cry in the car.
Let me ask you this question real quick. Do y'all okay, so Bird Gang, I'll bite, right? Let's say, Lord willing, the football guys got us. Let's say we end up winning the Super Bowl. Would this one mean more than the first one? Or, what was your
It can't, because I waited so long to see it happen, man.
Yeah.
I was like, 30-something years of my life to see that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I get it.
But it will be still awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to take nothing away from it, but I don't think nothing really can replace that first one, I think. That first one you seen. Like, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I'm flipping around the bar, going crazy.
I cried so bad, bro. I cried, bro.
What's wrong with this guy?
I jumped on my knees, bro. I was like, bro. I got all the footage.
I feel you. I know. I'm gonna tell you something right now, though. We win.
Yes, sir. I like that. That's
get out all day.
I like that. That's a bad thing. I like that.
Oh man,
that's a bad bit. I like that.
Man.
Oh man,
it would still be awesome though. Because I really felt like this year that we shouldn't have been.
Man, one is not enough, baby.
Yeah, like, I'm ready to become that team that keeps winning. Like, I keep repeating all year long. I'm saying this team reminded me like that Giants team. The second time around they were struggling early in the year, and then they came back. Got that wild card, and they beat the undefeated Patriots. In the Super Bowl. I think that this is like that team, man. I've been wanting to say Super Bowl a lot more, but I've been trying to be, I guess, a better content creator and stop hyping.
But ain't it something?
Listen, no one can stop us, my guy. No one.
Ain't it something about that kid Jalen, man? It's something about him, bro. Right? That just it's something about it's something about him, man.
Yards and 100 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. We're gonna win the game.
He just finds a way to just demand the respect. Just demand. Listen, we winning this game. Like, for example, think about that Panthers game, right? Sure we had defense step up in ways, but he had to get that final drive in. Think about the first Washington victory, right? We went up, but then they drove down the field and they was only down by 3, and the pressure became on the pressure was on us at that point. Are we gonna go 3 and out, allow them to drive down this field when they have momentum, or are we gonna close the game out? My man drove down the field, delivered a dime to Greg Ward. You think about the second Washington victory. Things was tight. Drove down the field, got us a field goal. Wish we got a touchdown, but got us a field goal, put us ahead. All right, boom. Now time to get now trying to put in the work. Like, it's just he finds it's something about him that this team, they just galvanize around him. It's like if it's like they believe that as long as they got him, they could beat anybody, and I can see it.
All right, from scale 1 to 10, how much do you trust Jonathan Gannon? That's my big issue.
That's really the problem.
I mean, you talk about Jalen Hurts running game, running game, Jonathan Gannon, man. Yo, I mean, I'm sorry, he's the weak link.
The running game puts less
You're right.
to make these mistakes. You look at the teams like the Rams, Tampa. They have explosive offenses. If we're running the ball, those guys are sitting on the sideline waiting to come on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those types of situations
too. They also get the ball too.
McGannon doesn't let the big play.
So it's not like we can hold the ball for 4 quarters and just drive it down a whole 4 quarters and score a touchdown. We done.
But since we started running the ball, how many games have we lost? 2.
But I'm gonna tell you something right now, though. For us to be able to take advantage of a game or another team, we're gonna have to create turnovers.
Yes,
that's a
we're
fact.
Going, like there is no my offense can beat your offense because let's be real, we don't have that type of skill positions when it comes to that. You know what I mean? We have to create turnovers and disciplined football. Disciplined football means everything, and just stick it to the script. Stick it to the script. Not you know what I'm saying. But Jonathan Gannon, I ain't gonna even front. He might be the reason why we lose a game in the playoffs. I think, and I'm not blaming on. I'm not
out there.
Sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm just being real. You know, I'm real. You know I'm real.
But even in our 2 losses recently that we lost, it wasn't really Gannon's fault. Like he's really hasn't given up that many points. Like
he hasn't given up more than 18 points at all.
Yeah, throughout this whole all the way back.
Okay. All right.
But granted, the opponent was the opponent though.
We're playing backup quarterbacks, so let's come on.
But even like how far to go back? When the last time they got big numbers put on us?
We haven't played a quality quarterback since
Herbert. He barely beat us. He barely beat us.
And how many yards he put up? I mean, how many touchdowns he put up? What was the score of that game?
And
Herbert beat us 27-24. He had 356 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
We played great that game.
We actually did. Jalen played good enough to win, in my opinion. The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah, once again, defense is our weak link, man. I'm sorry, but defense is our weak link because Jonathan Gannon, man, he starts off too slow, man. The whole time since the first quarter, I'm like, yo, Heineke was perfect, a 12 for 12, 108. I'm like, why? Put one more extra guy. The third quarter, from the jump, they put one more extra guy on there. That's when the whole game changed.
Yeah, they were doing that 5-2.
We can see that, fans, because like we keep going. He's like, it's usually that first quarter where he's starting out in this little garbage little defense, whatever, and these young quarterbacks and all these garbage quarterbacks are doing their damage. But after that, the whole rest of the game, they're not anymore. So do you think we're like just being too hard on them as fans? Like we do want that perfect, and we want the whole game to be perfect.
No, man, no, that's not how football works. Football is not meant for you to be behind double digits and then you start to play and try to play catch up. I was trying to explain that to somebody today. Yes, we came back and won, but you are wasting more energy trying to come back. Now you're trying to send extra guys running up and down.
I'll be honest. If we go down double digits to any one of these teams, might as well pack it up. I know, like I believe that because like we're not built like we're a run first team, and I'm not sure Jalen Hurts is there yet where he can throw us out of a game. I'm not sure he's there yet.
We're a run team. We're a team. We can't play from behind. It's just unless it's like the
one possession.
For some reason, in the second half, we just come alive. But you run when you're blitzing. Let's do a little bit of disguise here. Let's come up with something like creative, like that bullshit he did with who was it? Young Bull with the dreads. My man, Avonte Maddox. Damn well he was getting ate up in the slot position, and he goes and sends him as a blitz corner. I swear, son is boo boo the fool.
I feel like he could be way more clever with his packages when it comes to the blitz. Like I feel like he's sending the wrong guys. Like
I know these teams are better, but at the same time, like that's still 3 games in a row we came back from double digits and put it up there. You know,
We would not
and won by more double digits.
Oh, I get that. But
And
I think
then
what
play
we're
some
saying
defense
is,
that has some good defensive players on.
but this is what I'm saying though. And this, listen to me for a second. This is what I'm saying though. These are bad teams. You're not gonna be able to do this in the playoffs versus good teams.
Because you know what's going to happen? Because what's going to happen? Those teams that are good.
Teams in the playoffs lost to bad teams too.
But listen, Bergen, think about it like this, bro. Think about it like this, right? All those times we. But think about it like this. We went down by double digits, right?
We got by like the Lions or the freaking garbage team. Like,
you gonna win 50 grand, but you know damn well these teams in the playoffs.
Listen, I think what we really trying to say, Bergen, is the simple fact that these good teams, they're going to take advantage of the opportunities that bad teams can't, and that's the difference. Yeah. So like, I'll be honest, if we go down by 14 points. Going into halftime against like the Cardinals or the Rams, I'm nervous, bro. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous. If Jalen Hurts point that out, listen, he God level. I don't know how.
Because at the end of the day, you know what
football though.
He's gonna throw. We don't win when we pass the ball over 60 to 50 times. We've been there, done that, and it's not it. We are a ball control, run nose offense. That's what we are. Our defense, let's not get fooled. We're playing against teams with backup quarterbacks, not starting quarterbacks. So yes, we're everything is striking gold and lightning in a bottle when it comes to the defense. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, my point to that too, even though this point's gonna be kind of weird because we kind of lost these games, but all those good teams that we played with, all them top flight quarterbacks, we were down and we did make a comeback. We didn't come back enough to win the game, but we still pushed that way. It's a 60-minute football game, guys. Like anything,
but I want to win.
None of these guys. What I'm saying is like we can all say that because we're biting into the Kool-Aid that we played bad teams, but we did really good against bad teams. Like we outperformed bad teams. So instead of beating them by like double digits, we'd probably win these good teams by like 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying that our team, like that run game, is not just on certain teams you can do it on. Like I feel like our run team is so dominated and our linemen are so dominant. We're gonna do that on anybody, right? We can score touchdowns.
I agree.
Off that run.
I agree
with that. I agree with that. But I'm saying though,
putting no points allowed from nobody really. Whether the good or bad team.
That's where me and you are just like,
yo, we was 20 yards away.
I will give credit to this though.
Remember the first 3 games we held them to 10 points a game, and then we had a couple of games in there.
No, not first 3 games. No.
Yeah.
Of the season?
Of the season?
Remember? The first 3 games of the season, remember?
No. So the Falcons had 6 points. 49ers only put up 17.
Or 17.
And then Cowboys put up 41.
Yeah, Cowboys put up
giving up 10, and we're only giving up 17 points a game, man. Like that's
hey, we was 20 yards away from a miraculous interception by McLeod, or this Sunday was going to be for our lives.
Facts.
He let Heinicke walk 80 yards down the field with 2 timeouts left in a minute 56 seconds.
Now I will say this though. Now listen, I will say this though. Remember, there was on that final drive that Heinicke had, we was getting to him. We kept bullshitting on 3rd down. That was the issue. And then at that point, we finally got the turnover, which was a legit pick. I saw that with my own eyes. My hands was grippy. But
my question on this though, what was they doing a NASCAR package when they were sacking Heinicke? Was that a NASCAR package?
Because it was 5 linemen, 2 linebackers. So
they were doing a NASCAR. So that means Fletch was on the outside while what's the name was coming in that way. They were NASCAR. Yep.
They had Fletch on the outside. They had Jannard Avery on the outside also on the other side.
Okay, so they were doing NASCAR. If you see that NASCAR package, do you realize every time we do the NASCAR package, we get a lot or we get a sack?
That's a fact. You're right. It seemed like you know what it does? Because you know what it does? It forces one-on-ones.
we gotta keep everything in front of us. Like it's like when you go, it's like you're watching Hitch, and my man's like, it's all right here. It's all right here. I'm gonna smack the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. It's crazy. That shit crazy. Yo, my bad, B. You know me. I'm a Jersey.
No, listen. I love that. I love that package because it forces the offensive line to deal with 1-on-1s. And I'll be honest with you. When it comes to 1-on-1s, nobody want to see our lineman 1-on-1. Like Josh Sweat 1-on-1, he a problem for somebody. Fletcher Cox 1-on-1, a problem. Hargrave 1-on-1, a problem. You know what I'm saying? So even I ain't gonna let Jannard Avery be looking good coming off the line. Like he fly off the line. It's crazy.
Yo, you know what's crazy about Gerard Avery? Like, I was like, yo, is he an outside linebacker? Like, what is he? Is he a defensive end? He's one of those, you can move him around and he can make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he reminds me of not as talented as BG. That's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of the fight, the scrappy. He's fast, too. I didn't realize he was that fast.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, man. We miss BG so much.
No,
he was the heart and soul of his defense. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh man, we.
I ain't gonna lie. If we had BG, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like I'd be going to these playoffs feeling a lot different about the defense.
So there's 2 jerseys I need to get before they retire. I got to get BG and I got to get Kels. I got to get a Kels, man. I got to get those 2.
I feel that, man. Legendary.
Avery is a bootleg version of Michael Parsons. In my
that's funny. That's actually pretty funny.
He's not fully talented. He's not for real though. I mean, but he could do it all, but just not as good as Michael Parsons.
I get it.
Star in Cleveland before we got him.
What happened was, when we got him, he was a defensive end in Cleveland, and then when we got him, we tried to make him play linebacker strictly, and that didn't work, and then he fell out of favor. And then we brought him back, and now we're kind of rotating back and forth. I like him better on the edge, honestly.
Yeah, he's big better because they tried to they you know how it was. It was because they brought him in the Schwartz era, and they were running that wide 9.
Wide 9.
For some reason, when they were running that wide 9 with him, I think what it was, he came into a different defensive scheme, and he just couldn't get it. He couldn't find his groove with this defensive scheme. He can do something, especially with that NASCAR. I love that NASCAR package, bro. And Josh Sweat is probably our best DN on the team.
Yes.
Yeah, he underachieved this season, in my opinion, though. But I feel like he has the most upside on the D line as far as like the edge guys.
I don't know if you've seen, and I know you probably guys ain't probably like into that, but I'm into like draft and spider charts. You know what that means?
Fill me in.
Like, all right, so you know how like they have like how athletic you are, how your your athleticism and stuff like that, and they have like charts. So it's like PFF type of the charts is like your athleticism. They line Sweats next to Clowney. He's Javion Clowney, bro.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like long arms,
long arms. He could run. He ran a fast 40, and he killed the nerve in his knee in high school, and then he became. I think he went to Florida State. Am I correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
He wasn't really. If he would have never tore his knee, he probably would be a first round pick.
I heard about that. I heard about that. He has like a degenerative knee condition, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So he killed that nerve. He basically did what Smith when he used to play for the Cowboys. I don't know who he plays for now, but remember
Jalen Smith?
No, Jalen. Yeah, Jalen Smith. Remember when Jalen
for the Giants? He's on the Giants now.
Word? Damn. Yeah. It was all good just a week ago, B.
Now they cut him in the Packers. They let him go, and then the Giants picked him up, and then he played against the Cowboys the first Giants game.
Yeah. Now, King, I will give you this though. Josh Sweat is technically having a career year. He got 7.5 sacks. Technically,
he that's
he
good.
got 4 pass deflections. You know what I'm saying?
He's not having a good year.
No. I didn't say he wasn't having a good year. I said I personally feel like he underachieved. I feel like Sweat could have got way more out of this season to me, especially after getting the money. I feel like he could have got way more. Now I will say this though, he was getting a lot of pressures. He was getting a lot, but the team just couldn't get home, and I think that's because the DBs couldn't hold it down. But regardless, though, Sweat technically having a career season, 7.5 sacks compared to 6 last year. So he's having a good season, but for what he getting paid now, I'm not gonna lie. I need to see a double-digit sack season next year. I need 10.
I just want Derek Barnett off the team.
Yeah, he got to go. We need to draft an edge rusher bad. We need a legit one.
Donkey of the day. I want him off the team. Every week he donkey the day, B. Every week, man.
You guys feel like Hargrave's underachieved then?
No,
I wouldn't say underachieved. He just started off hot and kind of cooled off.
He hasn't got too many.
Well,
I get it.
Why, though. You got to understand he's still defensive. He's a defensive tackle. Defensive tackles don't get that many sacks. And then with this team, bro, he literally has like 700 to 600 pounds laying on him because they're chasing down screens majority of the damn time. Because this is John Gannon's cushion ass defense, soft ass defense. So it's more of like it. Back you were 2 years ago, won the Super Bowl, right? It was everybody pin your ears back and go get the quarterback, right? And shout out to Timmy Jernigan. Man, was he dope.
Ooh, man. He was a beast, man.
He was dope.
A beast. That combination, yeah.
Oh, man, he was so dope. You know what I mean? Like, we were expecting that, but this offense, this defense, the way it's schemed up, I don't like it.
Now, granted, Hargrave does have 7.5 sacks. He's having a career year as well. Last year, he had 4.5 with us. His biggest year was 6.5 with the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2018. But he having a career year in tackles, having a career year in sacks. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to give him credit, but he definitely cooled off because he was on fire those first 8 weeks.
Yeah,
he was on fire.
But we all know why he was eating though, right? Because Fletch was next to him.
Of course.
Some of those games he had multiple sacks. He was getting double that game too and still handling his business.
Yeah, but Fletch, man.
I mean, let's be real. When you got Fletch next to you, though, I feel like you better eat if you got Fletch next to you. You better.
Hey, Benny Logan did. Shit, Benny Logan got that paper. He said, "Hey, I'm playing next to you. I'm out this bitch." You know what I'm saying?
Yo, who paid him? Where did he go? He got where did he go? He got paid somewhere after the Super Bowl year. He went somewhere. Oh my goodness, I can't remember who it was.
It was the Chiefs.
Was the Chiefs?
Yeah,
a few guys got paid. Vinny Curry got paid from somewhere. The Tampa Bay paid Vinny Curry. After the Super Bowl season, gave him a 2-year deal.
Bo Allen got paid too.
Big V got paid.
Next to Fletch, they got paid the next following year.
Where we we've always had someone well. Think about all the studs we put next. Jernigan, next to Malik Jackson was bomb until he came over here next to Fletch. Fletch always had a dog in that middle next to him too. So you can kind of say Fletch should have. That's why we think Fletch should have been more productive. You've always had, a lot of these other elite defensive tackles doesn't have half the guys that we put next to Fletch, and they still do their thing.
Yeah, I feel like Fletcher's strength truly is a run game.
Freaking, what's that dude named Donald? You can't even name the other defensive tackle most years who's on the side of Donald, and Donald still puts it down.
I get what you're saying, but I think the main difference between those two guys, Aaron Donald and Fletcher Cox, even though they both are beasts at their craft, I think Aaron Donald is more of a pure pass rusher versus Fletcher Cox, who's more of that run stopper. Like they both attack the position differently. Aaron Donald is a much more agile athlete than Fletch. You know what I'm saying? So Aaron's able to get a lot. He's much more finesse. Fletch, he's more so, stuff the hole. You can't run by him unless you can't run by without him hooking you. He gonna get you. Right. You know what I'm saying? So because you can run on Aaron Donald. That's the problem with the Rams right now. You can run on them. So it's like you gotta pick your poison.
Tell him, and then tell him what else. Aaron Donald is real low to the ground. He's only 6 foot 5'11".
He's small for his job.
Small for
Cox Diesel though, but like
he's ripped though. I ain't never seen a ripped defensive tackle in my life.
He built. It's crazy.
Like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when you have 500 to 600 pounds laying on you, bro, and you're getting gassed out, and this soft ass defense, we're open, and the defense we let in the middle open like 7-11. Everybody getting the free Slurpees out in this bitch. Yeah, you gonna get tired. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna get tired, B. Like this scheme drives me nuts. JC, he always says it, man. Like we said, what was it? The pod we did yesterday. We said it right. We were talking about it, JC. We were like, "What do you think you're getting fooled by the Eagles defense?" And we both, what did we both say? Yes, we're getting fooled.
Man. Yeah,
It's
we are,
believe it or
man.
not, B. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think, but Fletch been playing his butt off lately, though. He waited 4 games before the end of the season. He was like, "Hey, I'm about to give it my all." That's when the defense started getting more pressure and sweat and heart rate.
He started talking way more too as a leader.
Yeah, he started talking way more. So, hey, he picked the right time. So,
For sure, I agree with you on that, man.
Yeah.
So what does everybody think? How far? I want everybody to tell me exactly, and this is their prediction, how far the Eagles is going in the playoffs. Is it 1 and done, 2 and done, 3 and done? Or Super Bowl?
I'll be honest. If I'm being very realistic, I say furthest we get is divisional round.
Division championship or just a divisional round? So that's second.
So yeah. So I'm saying is we get out of the wild card round, we make it to the next round, and I think we get handled. Not handled, but I think we win the first. I think we win the first round. Catch somebody slipping. Then the second round, all right. Things get a little tighter for us. So I think we make it to the divisional round, and then that's when we go home. just trying to keep it realistic, I guess.
all right. Hey, look, I think we're done already. I think that whoever we play in the first round is going to be ready for a run game, and they're going to have a game plan to stop Jalen Hurts. Because look, the Washington football team, I told y'all this, they was not going to let us run up and down through for 244 yards. We got 118, which is very good, right? For a lot of teams. But we got so spoiled getting to 170, 244. So whoever we play is going to be physical enough to stop us, probably get 120. But we've got to win this game off of Jalen Hurts' arm. All right, these are top-level teams that we're about to play now.
Real quick to your point, and I'm going to let everybody do their thing. We did drop over 200 rushing yards on the number 1 rushing defense in the Saints. We did. Yeah. We also did on the Broncos, who had a top 5 rushing defense, I believe, at the time as well. So I guess like I'm not necessarily I think our running game is really going to be more so. Are we going to have the guys to get it done versus can they stop us? Because as physical as we are, as the people we did it against, they got to pick their poison. But I get what you're saying, OJC. I totally get. But
the reason why is this: these teams are going in to stop one thing, the run. Now it's going to be on Jalen Hurts' arm. So this is his first time.
Arm.
Okay, cut out these last 3 games, man. All right, they're trash. They're trash, man. Cut out these last 3 games, bro. This is about to be big boys lead right now. Right? I hear you.
It's a mental thing. It's about confidence.
Man, he sees that glass half empty, bro.
All right, look, Bird Gang, go to Vegas, put 10 G's on the Eagles going Super Bowl.
If I had it, I would.
Yo, you probably get about 500,000 back in return because you probably the only one
to put $100 on the Eagles and win.
Listen, that might turn. Yeah, that might turn into about 2015 for you. Like that's what come up.
Hey, look, I got my Powerball, man. 800. It's like 861 million. Man. Hey, I'm just hoping. Hey, I get one number right.
Hey, listen, y'all. If JC win the Powerball, man, we ain't gonna never see him again.
Hey, if my YouTube get deactivated, hey, y'all know what happened, man. I'm out of here.
Hey, yo, you can DM me. Yo, where we going, man?
Oh man.
Nah.
You know what JC gonna do? JC gonna mail me a JJ jersey.
I get all y'all JJ jerseys. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man.
But yeah, so I say a wild card round. It's gonna be a tough fight though. It's gonna be a tough fight, but I think the Bucks or the Rams or whoever we get is gonna have just the better quarterback to get them over the hump.
Understood. I can respect that, honestly.
Yeah, where you going with it?
Man, I'm going unexpected, man. I'm just here for the ride. I
ain't mad at that either, man. We ain't supposed to be here.
Exactly. I'm gonna act a fool. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of popcorn shrimp. I'm gonna act a fool. I'm gonna be like Arsenio Hall, and he's like, "Damn, Arsenio Hall doing at that cheese party." Yo, why you tell me how good this cheese is? Damn, baby. That's me.
Hey, just for fun, though, King. I want to hear it. Hey, just for
Yeah,
fun.
just
I
for
want to
fun.
hear it.
Give us something.
I want to hear
All
something
right,
just for
all
fun.
right.
If you had to roll the dice, how far are we going?
I have to
Put it
roll the
down.
dice. I ain't gonna even front. It just depends on who we get, man. If we get the Bucks,
It's all about matchups.
Okay,
That's what
we
it
got
depends
Tampa
on.
Bay first. So take
Tampa
it
Bay-
off.
oh,
that.
we're going to division round. That's division round. We're beating the Bucks. I'm sorry. Rams, that's a tough one, man. When we have the Rams number when it comes to like hardcore, like down to the wire type of game.
Yeah.
But I'm about to say I have to say wild card. That would be it. I'm about to say that.
The
I gotta
wild
keep it
card-
real. You know
wild
me.
card
Man.
division.
Yeah. But
Bird
Bucks.
game, we're going to a Super Bowl. All right, Bird game, we're done. Hey, we already know what you're going to say. You super
Really,
predictable. We're done.
JC? You gonna
Yeah.
fill in my
Yeah.
blank?
Yep. Got to stop.
Yo,
King.
I ain't gonna lie. If
The
if
fan
Bird Gang
side
goes-
does
if
say
the
Super
Eagles
Bowl.
win the Super Bowl, I want Bird Gang. Bird Gang, your ass better be in Philadelphia. I'm gonna tell you that.
For real, you better be in Philly, bro.
You better be in Philadelphia.
Well, I will be there for the parade. I will be there. And I'll be up on the stage
Oh, man,
with
that-
the players telling everybody. I told them, guys.
He said, "I told him, yo, y'all, Bird Gang will come to Philly."
We're going out in the divisional round. They thought we were going out in the wild card, but we done it.
Bird Gang will come out with the mummers outfit, like it was the whole team.
Fact.
I'm gonna do
King
the whole-
doubted me.
Why?
JC doubted me. Toe doubted me. They all doubted me. I did myself.
I'm down.
Everybody in the crowd like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
I'm crying, yo.
Oh man. Oh god.
Get off the stage. But for real, I think we can get to the championship game. Straight up.
Oh man, that's
I think
hilarious.
we can get to the
I love
championship
your
game.
enthusiasm,
I
my
think
guy.
we can
I
beat
do,
either the
man.
Rams. I think we can beat the Cardinals, and I think we can beat Dallas. I think only person I really worry about facing, I think that won't happen till the championship game, is Green Bay. So I think we can make it to the division
And
championship.
that's it. And that's if they make it, because sometimes Green Bay just know how to slip on a banana peel. They know when to find it.
Not
I
if the
really
Cowboys. Not if the
It's
Cowboys.
the Super.
No, not with the Cowboys. No, they got the Cowboys number in every way. Like, listen, I remember that playoff game a few years back, where I remember Aaron Rodgers. He drove down the field through that dime. What was it, Jared Cook on the sideline? Was it Jared Cook?
Yeah, it was
He threw a dime on the sideline. I don't know how Jared Cook got them feet in. It was crazy.
I just remember Des Bryant looking like
It was a catch.
Looking like
Yeah, that was a catch though.
It was a
Hey, that was a catch.
In today's NFL, that was a catch. I ain't gonna hold you.
But that was
a catch.
karma. But that was karma from the previous
Yeah,
week.
'cause they should have lost that game.
Detroit. Yep,
They
Detroit.
should have lost
Clear
that game.
pass interference. They
Not
should have
pass
lost that
interference.
game.
Bro, my man
Sorry.
did not look back. He like damn near bear hugged him.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're not gonna call? Okay. That was
Nothing.
crazy.
So it is what it is. I don't care. I'm
Hey,
glad
that's
they didn't
another
get
good
it.
one. Hypothetically, if the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, what do you think will be the best matchup? You think that Eagles
Coach, you know why? You know why? You know why? Because once gonna see that green, he gonna,
Jalen?
listen. Once gonna see that black and green, he gonna fold. He gonna start seeing ghosts. I'm telling you.
I don't want the Colts to make it. I'm trying to have a nice draft.
No, I don't want them to make it either. But it'd be beautiful if we knock them out. If they did.
But that's the beauty of it, man. Like,
Poetic justice, baby.
yeah,
Nope.
that's the beauty of it. Like, we shouldn't even be here because think about it, man. We're in rebuild mode, right?
Absolutely.
No.
Three first round
Full
picks.
mode.
Got over what, $50 million and $40 million in cap, bro. Like, what's up with the Giants? What's up? Because y'all ain't doing it like us, B. Y'all ain't doing it. No other franchise is doing it like we're doing it. There's like no 2017, bro. I did not expect us to win. Let's be honest.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, man. Like when I saw what Carson did in that Panthers game and beat out Cam Newton in South Carolina, I was like, oh, we legit. I said, oh, okay, we legit for real. Like
When I knew, in 2017, you know when I knew we were legit? When we put 50 points, it was like 40 points, 50 points, something like that in 3 game span. We never played behind. I was like, we nice. We nice.
Yeah, Carson had some plays that year. He had this one play against I think it was the Washington football team where it looked like he got sacked Somehow, some way, my man came out of the foxhole like it was crazy.
Yeah, my man was Houdini that day. He was Houdini.
Yeah, I used to call him the wizard. I used to call him the wizard, man. He used to just find a way, like he used to just do it. He's the Harry Potter the hell of these games.
Yeah. Look, I want to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Andy Reid, Big Red versus his old. Yeah, we gotta beat him, man. Look, he going home. We let him go. We gotta beat Big Red before he retires, man. That was probably one of the worst decisions we made as a, I guess, organization by letting him go. But hey, look, he won one.
Andy Reid go?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he did so much, just like McNabb. Y'all talking about McNabb did a lot with nothing, but Andy Reid, he did a lot with nothing.
That's true.
And he's a
no. I'm glad he left because he gave us Doug Peterson, and that's how we got that Super Bowl. I'm thankful. At the end of the day, Andy Reid still got us a ring.
Yeah.
Because he gave him that ring, and I'm thankful for Chip Kelly. Thank you.
Because he kind of built that. He low key built that roster.
He low key built the damn roster.
He tore it down. He tore it down. He set it on fire and then tried to throw water on it.
Teach us how to be in shape. That's what he did for us. He got us healthy, and we really been. And that didn't even last forever. But he taught us how to run fast.
With all that talent that we had with Andy Reid, we would never go anywhere since 2003 or 2002, 2004, all that. We weren't doing anything with that.
What talent?
What are you talking about?
There's none on offense.
We weren't. No, I'm talking about when we had Deshaun Jackson and McCoy. I love McCoy.
Bro, oh my God, that killed me.
That killed me. Dog died, yo. Like I was hurt.
I didn't understand it. Like I didn't understand it.
Took me to Applebee's to Drake, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hurt, man. But what I'm saying is, though, Chip. If it wasn't for Chip, we would not have the Super Bowl. And let's be honest, because it got Howie Roseman on his game, right? He went away. He did his little journey. And he did his thing, man. He did his thing. So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's hindsight 2020 now. But how was you feeling when you got rid of
you would not be saying that? You would not be saying that now if we didn't have it.
Face.
I get. Listen, you know what's so crazy though? Hindsight is 2020, but the fact of the matter is, like, at the end of the day, like, one foot had to get put in front of the other, and we can't ignore that. Regardless of how it went down with Chip, most of those guys he drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to acknowledge that he put those guys in the room. Now, sure, Howie Roseman, he played Salt Bay and sprinkled the fine touches in the free agency, making the moves for Jay Ajayi, LeGarrette Blount. You know what I'm saying? Who else did we get? It was a few guys we brought in. Patrick Robinson. No, I'm not.
Jalen Mills. I'm sorry, Jalen Mills. Everybody else was free agents. It was Jalen Mills, Jordan Hicks. Like Jordan Hicks was Chip. Who else was Chip?
Who was Chip?
Lane Johnson was Chip, right?
Lane Johnson was Chip.
2010.
Fletcher. What about Fletcher Cox?
But wasn't it one of the years with Chip? One of the years Howie drafted. No.
Cox was Howie. Howie Roseman.
Okay.
I believe so. Right.
I'm trying to remember.
BG was Howie Roseman as well, correct? But we all wanted Earl Thomas.
No, I think BG was drafted by.
I wanted Earl Thomas. I ain't gonna even front. I want Earl.
We all did. Yeah, we all did for sure.
I wanted Earl Thomas so bad, but then BG worked out. So.
Yeah, in the long term, because at first everybody was like, "Get this man out the field," but then he found his space.
Look, one thing though, hey, with Big Red, we made it to the Super Bowl way back in 04-05. So with one good wide receiver,
5 NFC championships, my guy.
5 NFC championships,
and only won one of them.
But still, you were knocking on the door 5 times with nobody.
We didn't win. Y'all talking participate? No, I want to win. No, I want to win. We got it. We got Super Bowl before Big Red.
Wait, what year was you born? Because you say that you were 2, and you lied. You wasn't no 2 years old.
Who?
2004.
You was born 85 and you were 2 years old?
What? I said I was 20.
Oh, you was So,
oh, you probably thought you said two.
so,
Okay.
yeah, because
Oh,
I'm like 2 years old. Like 2 years old. I'm like,
he Benjamin Button and all that out here. Like,
hey, so you remember the good times, man, from 2005. We were the most dominant, man.
Well, we didn't
All
win.
these NC
we were, but all right, let's be real,
Whose
JC.
fault was it we
Would
lost
you
the Super
rather?
Bowl? Was
But
it
let's- let me
Andy Reid's fault we lost the Super Bowl?
Let's be honest though. Would you rather?
We lost the Super Bowl.
I ain't gonna lie.
Said what?
No, I was saying like I ain't gonna lie, man. It hurts more to get that close and keep losing. It hurts more.
Yeah, y'all
It hurts
bugging.
more.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
It hurts more to me. It hurts more.
It's funny how y'all say that.
Listen,
It's funny how y'all say that, but y'all say,
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
yo, it's funny how we all say, hey, we get close and lose, but that's the same thing we throw in Dallas Cowboy fans' face. We was the most dominant team in the early 2000s, blah, blah, blah. And now we don't care if we was the most dominant team because we didn't win. So which one is it? Hey, I mean,
Hey, listen, listen, JC. Hey, JC, listen, JC. When we talking to them, yeah, we was whooping that ass. When we talking to them,
We talking to them, yes.
yeah, we was smacking that ass. But we with the gang right now. You know what I'm saying? We with the gang, so we don't talk. Listen, it's almost like this, right? It's almost like this, right? It's like when you with family, y'all talk about the drama, the BS. But when y'all in public, hey, listen, my brother can't do no wrong, player.
Your drunk uncle. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Okay.
But as soon as I get home, and listen, you know you was out of pocket, right?
Hey,
right.
we got the OE. Somebody got the Mad Dog. Come on now.
But JC, I feel you though, man. Like I feel you. At the end of the day, we were dominant. I feel you on that. But you know, we were. I give you that. I definitely give you that. But you know,
that one game.
I was there. I know.
Like the records spoke for it. Like we were a dominant. We were a double-digit win team every year.
Guarantee.
What?
Guarantee.
You knew that you was going to the playoffs.
Yo, first of all,
You
I'm
knew.
putting it like this. 2001, I ain't gonna even front. I was banging my chest, right? I'm a Sixer fan. Allen Iverson was killing, okay?
painful, man.
At that time, yo, first of all, listen, he was just killing. And then the Eagles came, and then it was just like, it was a whirlwind. It was like both teams, we're gonna win. We're gonna win a Super Bowl and the NBA championship.
In the same year.
The same year. That was a good time for me. Okay. I was like good time for me. And then boom, boom, boom. Like it was just it was hard when you almost get there and you like, damn, 2004, bro. Check this out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm playing ball, right? I'm playing ball at community college, Phoenix College, right? And I'm the only cat that's from Philadelphia. I'm the only cat from Philadelphia. I'm an Eagles fan. Everybody else is a Cowboy fan. Or they don't like the Eagles because it is what it is, right? One of my teammates was like, you know, he's like, y'all gonna win, y'all gonna win, y'all gonna win. I'm like, yeah, appreciate it. So, you know, we have a part of the coach is like, yeah, man, you know, Tim, you know what I'm saying? My name's Tim. Yo, Tim's an Eagles fan, so we're gonna do something for him. He homesick. And I was, right? So they trying to come around me, you know what I mean? And I go there, right? I got my Donovan McNabb. So I used to switch. So I had a Donovan McNabb first, and the second half I had my T.O. I still got that joint to this day. And when we lost, my teammate said something slick. I knocked his ass out. And guess who got suspended for 2 games in college basketball? Your boy. It hurt. After that, I drank the Dr. Pepper flaming hot shots. And let's put it this way: I'm 37 years old now. I'll never drink that shit ever again. Now that was a bad night. It was just bad, bro. It was just bad. And then now we win it in 2017, and I got to share that with my pops. You know what I'm saying? I got to share that.
Me too, man. I got to share that. Like it was a moment for real. Like I still got bro. You know what I did after we won? I went that morning. I went and bought a newspaper, bro. And I still got it to this day, my man. Like just the spread, everything, bro. It's everybody. A daily news, man. I got me a daily news. Bro. I would never forget it, bro. Never.
Like my daughter was born. And like, and it just, I was like, man, like in my daughter's heart. It was man. I got so emotional, man. Like I just got so emotional because I'm from the hood, man, and then like to make it where I'm at today, and then being a hardcore Eagles fan, and I'm tatted. I got Philadelphia all over my and you know what I'm saying? And I'm living in Arizona now. You know what I'm saying? And have my daughter and share that moment with her and generations of my family, because that's all we are. Most of the Eagles fans, we're all generation type of things. You know what I'm saying? So like my mom, like my pops, my grandfather, it goes on and on and on and on. So like me and my pops, we just watching together, my little brother with his kids and my kids. It was just a moment where I was like, man, I can't believe we got it. And then when that ball dropped, I was like, did we win? And my wife was crying.
Yo, I literally, I had to like really like, yeah, it was like, yo, if the game's over, I can relax.
Yeah,
bro, man, we gonna get another one. We gonna get another one though. We gonna get another one. I don't know when, but we gonna get it.
Worst game
this year. In the rebuilt year, that's gonna be the storyline of the off season. Eagles win a Super Bowl in the rebuilt year with 3 first-round draft picks and $16 million to go.
That would be unheard of. That would be the biggest comeback of 2020, bro. That'd be the biggest comeback ever. Like I don't even know how to even explain that.
And my question is this though: so we want to say we're all on. We smoking on that Bleeding Green 31 joint, right? We smoking on it, right? They win.
It up.
Say it again.
Right? We all high with Bird Gang, right?
Right.
Okay.
He's a why you be high
though. Are you saying Jalen's a franchise quarterback?
That's a very good question. I see what you did there. That's not cool. I see what you did there. That's a good question. I'll put you like this.
You just.
I'll be honest with you. He has all the intangibles to be a franchise quarterback. Now we need the skill set to catch up to the intangibles. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it from the jump, man. I really feel like that Jalen Hurts, if I had to compare him to somebody, will be Russell Wilson.
Agreed.
The leadership style, the body style, the running ability, he's never too high or too low. The only thing he's missing is the accuracy. Mm-hmm. And you could develop, and you could, just bring whatever a quarterback coach, coach you got to bring in, and he will get better. Look, he wasn't supposed to start. Carson Wentz was supposed to be here. So it's not his fault that he didn't have enough time to really sit behind somebody and learn everything. But the only thing that's missing is the accuracy. And as the season just started going along,
I think the skilled position players around him is missing to put him in the elite category. And if you look at a lot of these elite, he's already got the accuracy. He's having he does. He's made every throw this year.
BG.
How many throws did Jalen throw that were dropped this year?
If you watch the all-22, right,
it's not that clear cut, BG. It's not that clear cut. Like
it's not that clear cut.
But what are you talking about? Every
he has to.
I put like this: every quarterback misses throws. Period. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarterback, you gotta look at he's a dual threat. So yeah, he does run a little bit more than the rest of them, so that puts him a little bit ahead. And then, if you add every drop touchdown that was dropped, his stats will be just as high as those just pure quarterback numbers.
I get it. And they call back a bunch of touchdowns.
That put him at a higher platform than and if you put all his yards together right now and put up against one of these franchise quarterbacks, just stats, they don't have the rushings on there. So if you put the numbers up against that right now, his rushing impact, it's right there the same. So what are we really picking on?
No, he's perfect, right? There's no need for him to improve at all. So he
got to improve to be better, but that's just showing how much more.
Improving what? On what though? What do he need to improve on? What do he need to improve on? Tell me.
Everything. He's a first-year quarterback.
Okay.
But I think that's all we're saying though. Like BG, like all we really saying is the fact that yes, he has all the tools to be exactly who we think he could be, but he does have to tighten up. Let's be real. He completing 62% of his passes this year so far, and that's not terrible for a guy that just came. That's just a first year starter. That's not bad at all. But my thing is, I look at it like this: if he doing what he doing this year with this kind of talent around him, imagine what he could do if he put some pieces around him. Imagine what he could do. Imagine what he could do once he starts to develop more, because in the offseason he works with Quincy Avery, that quarterback coach, real well known guy. You know what I'm saying? He's legit. I'm thinking about him right now. Right now, I think imagine him this time next year. I really think this kid's going to take it to a whole nother level next year. I believe that.
But even think about every elite.
Hold on, quick question, real quick though. So when you're saying that, right, and BJ, this is why I guess this question would be directed to you, especially. Do you feel like his ceiling still can go up? Like, do you think is it going to be like a Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
I actually think he has potential to be better.
Look who Dak Prescott has. He has CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, Gallup, who's all could be starters on other people's teams, and that Wilson dude that's pretty good. But the first one, like Coop's a veteran receiver, Lamb's a second year, superstar. You know what I'm saying? Gallup's been doing this thing for like 2-3 years now too. You go to Tampa Bay where Tom Brady is. You got Evans, Brown, and what's that dude? Galloway, whatever.
Godwin.
Those are all.
Godwin and Brown are going there, but I give you saying though.
You go to Kyler Murray. He didn't start doing this till you got D Hops. Now he got D Hops, AJ Green, and freaking
Zach Ertz.
Ertz, Kirks, that's his name. And
Christian Kirk,
guy. You know what I'm saying? You look at all these guys; they all have more. If you go to LA to the Rams, you had Coop.
No, I get what you're saying. I get it.
Those receivers,
those guys that you're saying that have talent, they're also really good at accuracy, bro. Like that's what.
But I'm saying when you got that many good receivers, you're gonna be a lot more accurate. You don't have to have such.
That makes no sense. You cannot know.
He's telling me.
You throw the ball in their whole circumference. That's why the receivers are great. Because they make the play regardless.
Bro, I see. I don't know about that. See, that's like
when they didn't have those receivers, they're throwing the same that they threw then. They just have better receivers.
Remember when Nick Foles first
better receivers run better routes.
But look when Nick Foles came into the first league. Remember he came into his first year in the league, right? Remember that first game he had? He couldn't even hit a fat bitch with a beach ball. And then like he worked on it.
Nick Foles still is no franchise quarterback. Where does that even come from?
We're not talking about franchise.
We're not talking. But all right, so
I didn't get where you were going with Nick. That's all.
No. So what I'm saying is, man, I don't even know how to explain it, but he needs to tighten up the throws. That's what I'm saying, and that's what Nick Foles did. Nick Foles tightened up the throws. Nick Foles improved. He improved in the situation. I don't know what it is when he comes into the midnight green. He just gets better. He gets superpowers. I don't know what it is, but that's what I think what Jalen is about, bro. I'm saying Jalen is a franchise quarterback. I believe he does. When it comes to accountability, when it comes to taking in charge and leading the room and leading men. But then another thing is though, bro, if you're a leader, you gotta learn how to listen. You know what I'm saying? I think he's that type of guy. He knows how to listen to others.
Now I will say this though. I do feel like because Jalen is a second round pick, he doesn't get that same grace like the first rounders, like Kyler Murray and Josh Allen and all those guys, right? Because let's be totally real. Yeah. If Jalen Hurts was drafted this year, he wasn't. But if he was drafted this year and he did what he did, they'd be like, "Oh, they got a franchise guy." He brought them to the playoffs with nothing around. I'm just thinking about it from the perspective of how we gauge, like how we treat guys who are first round picks versus guys who aren't. And it seems like there's a different level of. Like there's a different scorecard or there's a different metric we use or something like that.
Because I think it's the old image of being a backup quarterback.
Okay.
You gotta remember he was drafted to the Eagles to be a backup quarterback. So
that's correct. Yeah.
A lot of people see him as the backup quarterback.
Even before he was drafted, a lot of people say he'd be a backup at best. You're right.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying though.
But what I'm really saying is that, yes, Jalen does need to improve all of it, but every quarterback every year needs to improve, period, But what made all those other quarterbacks these elite quarterbacks in terms of actually was when they got elite targets. You need
here's my response to that.
Like, there's not one quarterback who didn't get
Kyler Murray, to your point, right? Kyler Murray, right? This is the first year he actually had talent at the wide receiver position. But In 2019, with no real talent around him, he completed 64% of his passes. Not bad for a rookie. Then in 2020, didn't really have no wide receivers. Really, he completed 6-7% of his passes and got better. This year, he having a career year, completing 69% of his passes. That's with talent though. So like, you know, I understand what you mean as far as like get more talent around Jalen, but you got to get the ball there first.
Completing passes, what kind of throws were you throwing? You know what I'm saying? If he's doing a lot of short
I
stuff,
I would have to dig a little deeper, but
when you're a rookie quarterback, you're really throwing to your tight end and your running backs and your, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, these guys all became elite when they got talent. Josh Allen, anybody, all of them, they all got talent before they became these elite passers because it takes elite talent to bring out eliteness for these guys.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and plus everybody's not Tom. Listen, everybody not Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, right? Let's be real though. Everybody not Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, right? Not everybody can just elevate everybody. Like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. As a matter of fact, Tom Brady was carried by the running game. You know what I'm saying? And he carried by running game and defense, and then he started to develop. But
that's the same thing about Russell Wilson.
But saying that Russell Wilson, you know, so I guess what Bergen really trying to say is like give Jalen that same grace, right? As far as you know, put some weapons around him, let him develop so on and so forth. Now I'm with you as far as I'll be honest. I don't know what Jalen's ceiling is. I personally don't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what his ceiling is.
And that makes me
like that. Is it going to be like a Dak Prescott?
But listen, I know what the floor is though. This is the floor. You get what I'm saying? Like what we experienced this season is the floor. So when you think about it from that perspective, as far as especially with the talent we got around him, if he continues to trend upward, and then we get talent around him, he can really be spectacular. He really got a shot. But right now he's only earned next season for me.
Yeah, look. Also, I think that Bergen is getting confused. When the season started, Jalen Hurts was waiting for guys to get open. He wasn't throwing them open. That's the difference.
Good point.
We're not talking about, you know, that's where accuracy comes. He has to believe that these guys are going to be there. And
he didn't have anticipation with the throws. It wasn't no anticipation.
Yeah. But as the season started getting along, he was getting better. Yeah. So he started getting better.
That Kansas City game, I'm sitting. So in the Kansas City game,
you're right.
I was sitting like way up, right? So I'm sitting up like where, like basically like watching tape 22, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, bro, like you got to release that ball right there, or you gotta, you know, or he's running to the left and he couldn't, you know, he can't throw across his body quite yet. Like, no, you need to stop, set your hips, and sling that thing, or just throw a little a little oomph to it. He has improved with that. He's thrown some lollipops. He's done some things where I'm like, okay, he's improving. And I'm not saying that he needs to be a perfect quarterback, but he has to improve. Like, I need to see some more where he's throwing guys open. You know, not and like this game against Washington, I seen him make plays with his legs and his arms at the same time.
That Greg Ward throw, perfect example.
That was nasty. That was nasty. I give it to him. And the one with Smith, he was doing the moonwalk on the side against, I think it was the Giants. That was clean. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But
the Greg Ward back shoulder.
What I think, what you guys, my point is, you guys are just judging Jalen being a franchise quarterback from just his arm. Just his arm.
No.
You saying that?
I personally believe that there's more than one way.
Offense moving forward.
No, listen. I understand what you're saying.
You're over 4,000 yards, when you're over 30 touchdowns or 30 freaking total. That's producing franchise numbers your first year when you have room to improve.
But let me clear my perspective.
Coach Bergen, Bergen, if you were my coach, I wouldn't even come to training camp. You know why? According to you, I'm perfect. So I'm about to go home.
No, I never
enjoy my all season. Enjoy my all season.
You know what I think it is? No, actually, you know what I think it is? I think I got it now.
With enough dimes, he threw enough dimes to show you he could be a franchise quarterback. He's put enough yards up, period. You know, broken records, continuously broke records this year, over and over again. It's like, how can you not say none of these other guys even done that going into their first year as a starter? So,
I think I get it now. What it is because I was talking about this in one of my videos, right? There's more than one version of a franchise quarterback. Like there's not one way to quarterback in the NFL, and I think that's something the league has to start trending, especially with these so-called mainstream guys and these professionals that know the position. They're starting to trend in the direction where as though everybody's not going to approach the game like Tom Brady, like Aaron Rodgers, like Matthew Stafford, who are able to throw 40 plus times a game. You got these quarterbacks now who all they got to do is throw the ball between 20 and 30 times a game, and they're going to run the ball maybe 7 to 8 times, get you 60, 70 yards on the ground. Like there's more versatility, there's more nuance with the quarterback position now. So I think what Berg ain't really trying to say is that we need to factor all that stuff in outside of just throwing the ball, but also it's with these new quarterbacks now. You get the offense, the coaching staff, they have to cater the offense around that quarterback so he can be your franchise guy in your system. Now, you can be a franchise guy within a system. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That team, that organization has to be willing to buy into what you do well. And I feel like sometimes there's a lot of quarterbacks that don't get the credit they deserve because the franchise is afraid to buy into what they do well because they're so caught up on the guys like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, the guys that do it at such an elite level that don't lead a pocket really, that they throw that pill. Those guys are actually, for lack of better terms, a dying breed. Most of these guys now, they're starting to get out of the pocket. They moving around, Patrick Mahomes, these playmakers, they going crazy. So I understand what Berg is saying, but I still feel like all things considered, because we know what Jalen gonna do on the ground. I still feel that all things considered, he has potential to be a franchise quarterback, but as of right now, I want to see more next season. Just see how what his ceiling is from a throwing perspective. I feel like we know how talented he is on the ground. I need to see what his ceiling is from a throwing perspective, and I think that's okay. I think none of us are saying, and I don't think any of us saying anything wrong. I think it's just the fact that we just gotta think about the fact that there's more than one way to play that quarterback position.
Yeah, I mean, hey, let King get in the last word, man, since he got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Just want to say, appreciate you guys jumping on. Sorry for my tardiness. My son got a basketball game, so I gotta head up out, y'all.
So love it, dog.
God is good. Win or lose, man, we still fly. All right, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Hey,
My God.
if
My
I
man
win,
King,
man, hey,
King, it was a pleasure, my brother.
I give you a meal, man.
Can we all get
Hey,
it?
my brother. King, it was a pleasure, my brother. We definitely got to link up, my man. Like I rock with you.
Yeah.
I rock with your energy, your vibe, and all that, bro. Listen, man. Like any for the Berg and JC, man. Listen, we all birds of a feather in this content game. So let's continue to rock out, man. Fly go swap.
JC, we good for Cowboys?
Yeah.
Before? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Tony, we going? Hit me up, JC.
I got you, bro. We're gonna put in work. We're gonna put in work, bro.
I'll let y'all.
Later.
All right.
Good dude, man. Good dude.
Yeah.
And Berg gang,
awesome.
look, hey, I'm on your side about him being a franchise quarterback. But you acting like that. I said that he's not the franchise quarterback. The only thing I said was this. He just needs to improve on his accuracy because he's waiting for guys to be open instead of throwing them open. Everybody said the exact same thing. And as you saw in our losses, you're like, oh my God, that guy was open. That guy was open. That guy was open. If he just threw the ball and trust. Sure. Yeah, just that's what I'm saying. Man, like I love Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? He's the guy. He's that dude that I want as my franchise quarterback. So
I agree. I will go to war with him straight like that.
And I agree. He does need to get better throwing the ball.
Now you.
But
there we go. And listen, that's all that matters, man. He got there. JC, he got there. That's all that matters. He got there.
Okay.
They do that to him, but you don't do that about the people that you already consider franchise quarterback, and they do the same. They make the same mistakes every game in, game out. So it's like, why do we have to even put that on him when you got guys been in the league for 10, 15 years that still make the same mistakes in every game? That's my only argument.
That's not our quarterback, though. He's our quarterback. I don't care about nobody else. I care about my quarterback leading my team and getting us some wins.
All right, let me ask you this real quick before we get out of here. Like, do y'all think he could be better than Dak? Because I feel like he can.
I think he can.
You want to know why? Because he was able to bring a team to the playoffs. Listen, Dak had talent his whole career. We don't know what Dak is like when guys not there. Jalen Hurts was able to do it with some young blood, some guys that ain't earned their stripes yet. and brought them to the playoffs. So that's something. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I definitely can. I think he can be better than Dak because Dak wasn't never a dual threat quarterback. He was always more of a pocket passer. Yes, he could run a little bit, but you never went into games saying we gotta stop Dak from running. We gotta stop Dak from running. Nobody ever went into a game like that. But you have to go into the Philadelphia game. You got to stop Hurts from running. He's our running game. It starts with him. And then guess what? Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, that offensive line, now Smith, now guys open. He create all this opening for everybody else because you have to game plan for his legs. I asked the Washington football team, hey, who you are to face, Gardner or Hurts? So some of them say Hurts because they believe that he cannot throw. Others say Gardner because he's not mobile. So, I mean, but if Hurts just start getting a more accurate, I guarantee you, this team is going to be good for a long time.
Okay, say it like this. Put it like this. Perennial Pro Bowler, All-Pro, or MVP, multiple MVPs. Like, what's your ceiling you think he can get to? Like,
I'm kind of. I
it's
feel
nervous,
like,
but let's just do it. Like, just give it to me, Tone. What do you think he can do in his career? Like his skill set gives him the ability to do.
He could be a perennial Pro Bowler. He could be a bi-yearly All Pro. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like so. Yeah, like I don't know about.
Give me his stat line. Say Jalen Hurts played 10 years from now. What's his stats going to be in terms of how many Pro Bowls, how many MVP?
Okay, so in the 10-year span, how many? Okay, so if I had to really like guess like in the 10-year span, I'd probably say Jalen might get 6 Pro Bowls and maybe like 3 All Pro, 4 All Pro selections, like in the 10-year span. Why not?
What do you think, JC?
Hey, I said that he could be about a 6-time Pro Bowl, 1-time league MVP. Just think about it.
Okay.
Those drop touchdown passes, about 6 or 7 of them,
and the penalties. Don't forget those too.
And the penalties, but that also came with yards lost too.
Yeah, good point. Very good point.
So he could have been at least at 3,600, probably high 20 touchdown with still rushing for over 10. I guarantee he would have been in that MVP conversation if we didn't come in, with 3-14 records, right? If the world didn't say, hey, the Philadelphia Eagles was going to come and do a 3-14 record. So I definitely see him. If Lamar Jackson could get an MVP, and to me, overall, Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, is better than Lamar Jackson to me. Like, I mean, I'm not going into no game saying, hey, I need to stop Lamar Jackson from throwing the ball. I mean, that's why wide receivers don't want to go to Baltimore. You know what I mean? Because they ain't going to get the ball. At least, in the Philadelphia Eagles system, and you're going to get the ball. And Hurts is going to look to throw, and then he's going to take off running if he's not there. But Lamar Jackson is really built hike and run. But that 1 year, people say, hey, he's not that dude. He can't throw. He came out because he practiced in the offseason Bird game, training camp Bird game. He worked on his accuracy, and then the next season, MVP. He threw for 31 touchdowns. So
he didn't throw no receivers, though, really.
But he still found a way to throw it to him because he has something to prove to all the doubters out there. And I think that's how Jalen Hurts is wired also.
Yeah, I agree.
Man. He threw 36 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. That's legit, man. Like talking about he can't throw with 113 quarterback rating. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But that never happened again since then.
Yeah.
I'd say Jalen will be like 2-time MVP, 4-time All-Pro, and in 10 years, 7 Pro Bowls. Like, that's how good he can be, like, for real. I said he should be a dark horse, and like you just said, JC, I said he should have been a dark horse MVP this season, at the beginning of the season. And if you add up all these, he's already a Pro Bowl alternate. You add up all these missed opportunities, missed yards and touchdowns, he would be right there. You know what I'm saying? He has the skill set to do it. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. He's already, like, got the, you know, capabilities of being that MVP type quarterback of the year. And he did it in his first year. Like, you know, but he didn't do it because that stuff did happen. But at the same time, you know, like I said, he did good, man. But hey, let's wrap this up, guys. Go ahead and give them your destinations, man. Subscribe to my guys, Tone the Shield and JC Eagle Talk. Their links are inside the description. King was on the show. You know, this is our show. Let him subscribe to him too. You know what I'm saying? His links inside the description.
For sure, man. Make sure I go check out Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. Always grateful to my man Bird Gang and JC for getting down to the nitty gritty when it comes to the Eagles content. These guys
great talk.
Are masters at their crafts, man. This is, I ain't gonna lie, like this is probably some of the most fun I had in the live in a while, man. So I definitely look forward to this, man. We definitely got you know, this group that we had, those 4 guys we had. I like this combo. This was fun. So I really appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports Philly. Make sure you guys also go check out my man JC Eagles Talk. Go like it on his content as well. My man is bodying it. Bird Gang 31 as always bodying it, man. Bird Gang Nation Sports. Go check them out as well. Listen, man, these guys they putting their foot to the pavement and they grinding. So make sure their efforts ain't wasted. You know what I mean? Go lock in. We appreciate y'all, and it's all love.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all. Look, I came off of work a little tired, but when the lights went on and we started talking Eagles, man, you know, hey, I love my birds, man. I love my birds. I love talking Eagles, man. Whether I'm tired or not, hey, I appreciate y'all, and I love the energy. I love the vibe. So, yeah, you can find me on all platforms, IG, Twitter, Facebook, under the same name, JC Eagles Talk. And I'm being serious, right? If I win this 600 and what is it? I think it was like 610 million or 860 something million.
You know, at the taxes, you might walk away with 400 million at the taxes.
Yeah. Y'all get $1 million, and everybody in the chat get like $100. All right.
Hey, that's lit. That's lit.
I'll do that for y'all, man.
And listen, Bird Gang, record this. All right, make sure we tag this.
Record it, man.
And listen, timestamp it, mark it.
There's 5 tickets right here.
Put it on there. We got work on there. You gonna win it. You gonna win it.
Oh man, that's lit.
Look at Jaden.
That's lit, man.
Just $100.
Yeah. Hey, that's
hey, Jaden's greedy, man. Yo, shout out to Jadis, man. He always at everybody's stream, man. Shout out to Jadis.
I did love this freaking dynamic that we have on here. If you guys want to work, we can find a way to get it where, you know, it's not on no network. None. This should be us. If you guys want to do it, like, it don't have to be a weekly thing, but just, you know, come up and like have a show with us 4 on there. You know,
I'm with it, bro.
It can be on all of our channels at the same time.
Listen, however it happens, bro, I'm with it, bro. However we got to do it, I'm down, man. Like you know, let's grind it out. It's a new year, 2022, man. We in the playoffs. Listen, we on 100 right now. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Now, like I say, fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.
We out. Peace.
I'll be back.